Donald Trump. So will this be the undoing of the Harris campaign? I'll break down the data for you. Download the Ben Ferguson podcast now.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season, as we'll be featuring all of the early 1 p.m. games. Great food and drink specials, including $2 Miller Lite drafts during early games and $2.50 Miller Lite drafts the remainder of the day and for all other Sundays during live pro games. Plenty of real radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Castaways Gastropub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach.
There's never been an election like this, with so much at stake in our communities, the state, and the nation. Trust WPBF 25 Commitment 2024, our experienced news team in touch with the candidates and issues impacting you and your family. Up-to-the-minute election results on air, on social, in the WPBF 25 News app, and on Very Local. As the votes are counted this election night, watch Commitment 2024 on WPBF 25.
The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2024 team will provide insight as results come in. And the Next Day Morning Joe will give you perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election tonight beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered, with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good? Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Nobody likes a nice building code more than your old buddy Mo. But just because something is to code doesn't mean it's good enough. Take wind ratings, for example. Your garage is the single largest opening in your house, with just your garage door holding it back. So, if these winds keep getting stronger and your just barely code-compliant door lets go, that wind comes in the garage, up to the attic, and can literally blow your roof off. Ugh. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Building codes change, but not until enough people have a failure. There's nothing stopping you from building stronger than code, so you're not one of the poor suckers they use to justify why they should change the standards for the next time. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it better than right. They can huff and puff, but they can't blow your house down.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I received a call one time, And the man said, "You probably won't call me back because I'm just a nobody." I immediately called him back. Nobody's a nobody.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I always wanted to be the lawyer who represented the little guy, the voiceless, the powerless.
I was rear-ended by a car probably doing about 50 or 55 miles an hour. My car caught on fire. I'm a paraplegic, so I couldn't get out of the car. They were struggling to get me out of the vehicle. After the accident, I gave Morgan & Morgan a call, and they understood what I was going through, and they were there to help me each step of the way. It made me feel that I had people behind my back to help me and resolve the case.
I represented him, and we did well because we get the chance to help people put their lives back together and to go on as best they can after a life-altering day. There's only one you, there's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Are 30-day sample packs available?
You can now access a 30-day sample pack at TryRexMD.com with generics at just $1 per tablet, if appropriate. Online approval at TryRexMD.com is simple, with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit TryRexMD.com to get your sample pack. That's TryRexMD.com.
Looking to make the most money on the sale of your vehicle? GiveMeTheVin.com buys all makes and models from $2,000 to $200,000. They buy them all at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
That accident, Jog Road at Linton Boulevard, has been cleared. A stalled vehicle southbound of the turnpike beyond Atlantic Avenue has been removed. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword dollar at realradio921.com. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday, another Tuesday in the books. It is a Fat Tuesday today. We got a big giveaway for you today. Tortuga tickets on Instagram. We'll get into it more in a little while. Franny will explain it to you guys, but that is a huge giveaway. Chiefs stay perfect. Yes, they do. They're undefeated, untied, untouched. But they did not cover last night. A lot of points to give, and very good game. Baker Mayfield, when he lost the coin toss, you had to see his face. It was priceless. They're showing it because he knew the game was over. Because you can't give Mahomes the ball in overtime because he goes down and he scores. And that's exactly what they do. They don't kick field goals. They score touchdowns. And when he made that face, it was just like, oh. And he picked it, too. But it was a great thing. Everybody's talking about it. We'll talk about Kelsey apologizing when he came on here and dressed differently, too. Ooh, was a little surprised by his appearance last night. It is Election Day. And I think in our state...
It is?
It is. I think it is. You got to lick a stamp today, mail letter. That's always good luck.
Do you?
Yes.
Did not know that. Is that good luck for what? Whoever you voted for? Just life?
Good luck
just...
for, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
got
life. Wherever. You know what Frank Sinatra said?
I did not know that.
He said, live your life like it's your last. Every day is your last day. And one day you'll be right. because it will be your last day.
Interesting.
It's one of his favorite sayings. I heard that yesterday with Quincy Jones. He said that's what Sinatra used to tell him all the time. But we got a lot going on. It is Election Day, one of the biggest things down here, and that, Dom's been, picketing around the building, around.
Whoa. He's like, don't put that on me, dude. Not today.
So we won't see him carrying the sign anymore. But hello, Mr. Dom. How'd you do last night betting?
All right, I won $5, so
All
I'll
right.
take it.
Hey, it's $5 you have.
Yep. I wasn't feeling too strong about the game, so I just a little money,
That's it. Just the taste, just to watch the game, just to make it a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
My friends and I, we went down to NYY Steak, and we had a little dinner, hung out, and did what we had to do and enjoyed ourselves. It was a good evening. Hello, Miss Francis. How are you feeling today?
Hi, I felt fine yesterday. I was just tired. Yeah, that's it. Just tired, and my voice is getting a little better. But
yes, it is.
Yeah.
You can
I got a little R&R yesterday.
Good.
Just kidding. I didn't go to bed till 11. I always say, I'm going to go home and I'm going to rest and I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not a napper. Just not. I'm not. I never have been. So it was my normal day. I mean, I took it easy. I did.
Right,
I did. But
we want you to rest. You're a star, so you need your rest. You can call us at 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Those are two ways that you guys can get involved with the show. Miami Dolphins this week, they're going out to Hollywood, and they will be taking on the Rams. Don't forget, we are the Florida Panthers. That's right. We carry the Panthers all season long, so you'll hear them every time they play. They are the champs for the first time in 30 years. And for the first time ever, people last night were texting me, who should I bet on the election? Trump was favorite. I got a lot of those text messages last night, and I was just like, man, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Do whatever you want. But it's not a college or football game or NBA game. Miami Heat lost a tough game last night. Man, they just fell apart in the second half against the Sacramento Kings. And Jimmy Butler had a good night, but we ended up losing by 1, which is not a good thing for the Heaters. But it's Dominic, Francis, and the Greek in the Penthouse on a Tuesday.
And you, by the way, you can always get in touch with us. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. That's the text line. 877-927-6969. And we know it is a very important day right now. We really, really do. And we're going to talk a little election stuff, but we don't get political here on the Penthouse, nor will we. And point being, I was just listening to another show where they were talking about who they voted for, and a bunch of people were like, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. So that's why we stay away from that kind of stuff. We're here to be your escape from all the seriousness.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to tomorrow, the stories that are going to happen, what we're going to hear. I already have some stories on what the Florida from what was going on.
Oh, really?
Yes, already with early voting and stuff like that. But and also a heads up, today, I mentioned it yesterday. If you're not aware, if you have not heard, Donald Trump is going to be having his watch party at the convention center, West Palm Beach. That's the one on Okeechobee Boulevard. So I would stay as far away as possible from that area because they say it is a madhouse. Not only because of what's going on, they have security. It's going to be a lot of people, but then they've also sectioned off an area for protesters too.
Yeah.
So you're going to have both sides. I would just stay away.
Stay away, Don.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Unless
you like to sit in traffic.
That's right. Supposedly he's going to be going back and forth from Mar-a-Lago to there on a shuttle during the course of the evening. So, I mean,
Really?
yeah, that's what they were saying last night.
Interesting.
So, stay away from that area. Now, Election Day, did we ever get it off years ago?
I don't think so. I mean, the kids have off. We know that because a lot of the schools are used as.
The banks are closed, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't think it's a federal holiday, is it?
Is there mail? I mean, I think it's a federal holiday.
Is it? You could be right. I just know that.
I don't know.
I don't think we've ever had it off. You could be right. Do you know, Dom? I'm sure people out there are like,
I'm looking it up. Hold on one sec.
Okay. But Election Day is not a federal holiday.
Okay.
I do believe some do observe it, like the schools and stuff like that, because a lot of them are polling sites. And I don't know if that's the only reason why. Obviously, they're not giving the kids off so they can go vote.
Oh, they're not?
No, we know that's a fact.
I didn't know that. I thought the kids were voting this year. They said everybody's voting. Everybody getting a poll.
It's not a federal holiday, right?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Do you think we should get off?
And that's what people are asking. Is that a thing? Do you think we should get off for Election Day? Well, especially now because early voting is a thing and a lot of people went out and voted early.
Yeah.
that it would just be, for most, it would just be just a day off, just to do nothing or chill.
And if there's no line, it could take you like 15 minutes to vote.
I mean, I know people who took them less than 5 minutes to vote. And you can make some places, you can make appointments too.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And a lot of places, too, like if you went to your job, I think if you said, hey, I want to vote this morning, they might say, hey, then you can come in 15 minutes late or something like that.
Or even if you got the work done, be like, hey, I haven't voted yet. Can I get off a little bit earlier? I'm sure your boss will be like, yeah, that's fine. Because it is an important date. But they did. They asked people, do you think that this should be one of those days that we get off? What do you guys think?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, I just don't think there's not. It doesn't take a long time to vote. Like if there was lines everywhere, I mean, where majority of places say 7 out of 10, then it's different. If it's going to take you a couple hours, but I think for most places, it's maybe a max of 30 minutes.
I mean, there's polling sites everywhere, but yeah, we are in. I mean, listen, I'll take whatever day off, so I'm going to say yes. But you know me. But no, they said a new poll found that 70% of Americans think it's a good idea to make it a federal holiday. Only 15% say no, and another 15 just don't care. They aren't sure. They say 68% would take it a step further and require all companies to give people paid time off to go vote. And the counter argument is, do we really need it off now that early voting is a thing? Where 83% of people say it's not that hard for them to find time to vote in 2024.
Yeah, so you're going to give the whole country the whole day off, 8 hours, millions and millions, billions probably of money you're going to lose for people not working for something that should take you max an hour? I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, if I was a CEO, I don't know. I mean, but this is the same country we want Super Bowl off the day after Super Bowl. So if you're going to give
I'd rather have that off than Election Day.
You're going to give a Super Bowl Sunday off.
Give me that Monday off.
Super Bowl Sunday, you should be able to take off if you lose 10,000 or more. That's me if I was the president. And you got to prove it, too. You can't just tell me you lose 10 G's. You got to bring your bookmaker in or your sports betting ticket from, one of the legal establishments like in Florida, Hard Rock. So if you lose 10 grand, then I'm going to let you.
Yeah, but that's very far and few in between. Not many people bet as much as you do. I think that you should be able to just take it off if you're hungover.
Okay, so you're...
Yep, right. Exactly.
So if Randy's president, it's if you're hungover. Dom, what is it about you?
No, that was mine, too.
Okay, Franny and Dom, they are in the same train on a lot of things we're finding out.
Yeah. I mean, that's what people do. They hang out, they're friends, you're watching football, you're drinking, you're doing all this stuff. And so the next day, you're pretty beat. You're spent.
Losing a lot of money is like a hangover.
Yeah, not everyone's losing 10 G's
exactly.
like UG.
I know. And I'm not saying that everybody is. So that's why it doesn't fit for everybody. I mean, you got to be special.
Got it.
Not going to just give everybody off. I mean, you got to lose 10,000. Sammy's got to come in with you and be like, yeah, he had 10,000. You know what? He had the Niners last year, and then I give you off. Or, you have a ticket for an Hard Rock or whatever because, you're betting in the state, whatever state you're in. Here, if you're betting, you only bet on the Hard Rock app. That's the only place you can bet legally. But that would be mine. You got to lose 10 grand. If you lose 10 grand, then we'll let you in. Franny and Dom feel like if it's a hangover, then you should be able to have the day off. So whatever you guys think, let us know. Dom, who do you have?
We have Kelly on the phone.
Kelly, what is happening?
What's up, Greek?
What's happening?
Jason, not Justin. Hi, Franny. What's going on, guys? Long time no talk.
Hi, what's going on with you?
Just so you know, it is a law in the state of Florida that you can be late 1 hour to 2 hours of work if you are going to vote.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
I didn't know. See, it's well.
And your employer cannot fire you for being late, and they have to let you off early if you want to go vote.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
No clue. So you can just show up late and just be like, hey, it's the law.
Wow.
I'm allowed to.
I work in the restaurant industry as well. So, everybody's going to use that as an excuse. For
probably.
But, hey. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, you get 1 hour and a half to 2 hours of a leeway to go vote, and you can't be reprimanded for that.
Well, thank you very much. We did not know that.
Yeah, and you also said that you're allowed to leave early. Shall you need to go vote if you weren't able to in the morning? Good.
Thank you. And just so everybody knows, as long as you're in line by 7 o'clock, they have to let you vote. If you're in line waiting and it is 7:15 and you are there at 7 o'clock, you are allowed to, by law, vote.
Oh, wow. All right. Telling us a lot of things we didn't have knowledge of. So thank you very much. We appreciate that.
And if you live in New Orleans or Vegas, you get 3 call-outs for being drunk a year, and they can't do anything.
I love that.
I didn't hear that one. What was
In
it?
Las Vegas or New Orleans, you get 3 call-outs a year if you're drunk.
Oh, really?
That'd be great.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I missed you guys. I'm going to come see you for the turkey drop.
Oh, that'd be great.
You guys.
All right, we'll see. We'll see you then.
Remember who I am, but yeah, we'll see you then. Justin says hi.
All right.
All right, take care.
Some important things. So in Vegas, you get 3 days off. You're allowed to 3 days if you get smacked. I never heard that.
I haven't either.
I mean, want to jump? If you're listening to us on the iHeart app in
I
Vegas.
mean, those are 2 very drunk cities.
Yeah.
So New Orleans and Las Vegas, that's party time.
Yeah, you might want to check on those, though. Just don't walk into work and you can't charge me for Tuesday. I was
Listen.
smacked. I was at the Bellagio.
We don't look up. We don't do any backup research on what we hear.
No.
So
Yeah. Even the things in Florida, I did not know that you could come in late 2 hours and that you also can walk out of your. Imagine like today, 3 o'clock, you just walk past your boss. I'm out of here.
Yep. They're like, what are you doing? I can.
That's right. It's a
the
law. I can vote today, man. I can leave at 3 o'clock if I'm out at 5. And you can't do anything to me. Hey, you like apples? I like that apples. And then they'll be like, where'd you hear that? We're going to have to check this law out. We have somebody on hold?
We got Riggs on the phone.
Riggs, what's happening?
What's up, guys? Happy voting day.
You too.
Happy Election Day.
What's going on in Cincinnati?
Not much. Everything quiet here. You know, beautiful weather. Just like gorgeous morning. I'm an early morning guy, so I walked out today. I'm like, holy cow, what a beautiful day.
Nice.
When voted, everything went smoothly. The only delays I saw was the old people not having their IDs, but the election workers were helping them out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Are you working today, or are you taking a name?
You know what they did? Our employer gave us 2 hours in the morning. He said you can come in 2 hours late if you need it. Like business as usual, but you can take up to 2 hours to
vote.
So I did that.
All right, cool. Yeah, we just had a call that they let you do that in Florida. We never knew that.
I'm doing some research just in case.
Go ahead.
She said it's the law. She said, and what is it with some of the Penthouse ladies? Whenever they call in, they sound like they smoke 20 cigarettes a day. You know, we need some hotter sounding girls calling in.
Riggs, I sound like I smoke a pack of cigarettes right now, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
That's only because you work.
I think it's some people would say it's sexy. Some people would say it's what like a what is it? Sex phone operator voice.
What do you think of that, Riggs?
Yeah, no, Franny, there is a difference between a raspy Franny voice that kind of elicits emotions and what Kelly sounded like.
Well, that's because you know what Franny looks like. So that's why you think it's sexy and hot.
Wait till you see what Kelly looks like.
Yeah,
then
you don't
feel
know.
Like it's sexy or hot too.
Yeah, so you don't know. So if you know what somebody looks like, you're like, oh, you're sexy, you're hot. You know what I mean? You could be a girl that's really hot and she has a runny nose, and you're like, wow, that's sexy.
So listen, all right, and I don't want to call out, but I had to do a little research here, all right? So according to this, there are 28 states that have laws that require employers to give employees some time off during the workday to cast their ballot in person.
Yeah.
They said there are restrictions state by state. However, Florida is not one of them.
Really? We should vote on that.
Yep. So I just looked up the list. I'm not going to go through all 28 states, but Florida is definitely not on the list. Thank you, Kelly, for that information. But we just wanted to make sure before people said like, "Hey, I'm going to be late," or "Hey, I'm leaving early."
Yep.
The Penthouse said it was right.
We didn't say that.
because it claims here. I know, but just try to back it up. Florida is not one of those states.
Yeah.
Well, independent of that, what I would say is where I live, the polling locations are at schools, so they closed down the school yesterday and today. So being a working parent for myself, it would have been an issue were it not for the fact that my wife is a kept woman, so she stays at home. You know, like
Your wife's a kept woman.
But see, that's the thing. Our schools are out too, so that's an issue probably with a lot of parents today too, because they are election sites as well. It looks like Ohio is one of the 28 states. And Kentucky is interesting because Kentucky gets 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, they're allotted 4 hours in Kentucky.
That's probably a couple hours to bed, too.
Is that it?
Because of the Derby.
Got it. Which is in May. Weird.
Well, they want you to get your early bed in, just like early vote. And for the comment about a kept woman, that was Riggs. Save the emails. I'm sure your wife would love to hear that.
I mean it as a compliment. I mean, you know what it takes to get to that level.
Probably a lot of zeros.
Yeah. Kentucky, they need the extra time to vet, to weed out all the illegal immigrants who are voting in Kentucky.
All right, Riggs, let's not crack on Kentucky today. Let's stay in your state, in your place. Let's not pull weeds in other states you're not at. You cannot confirm or deny that, Your Honor.
Yeah, no. If you try to get to Kentucky from Ohio, you need to show your passport. You can't just drive through there.
Stop
it. Kidding. Jeez.
You're brutal. What's your beef with them? You just don't like them?
I'm just. You guys don't usually do politics, so I'm just.
No, we don't do politics at all. We never have. Never have.
Trying to get away with as much as I can. So.
We're letting you slide a little. You're a longtime fan and a big caller to the show, so we're letting you get a little bit of your nickel and dime cracks in there on Kentucky.
No, I mean, all kidding aside, we live in the best country in the world.
You bet your ass.
Democracy. Just seeing the orderly way we conduct voting here is just phenomenal, and kudos to the United States system. Like, I came from a third world country, like the kind of country you wanna get out of, and it is night and day.
Sure.
Like, your biggest fears that some of the politicians are kind of trying to make a reality here. It's true there. That's how third worlds vote. You have a serious doubt on whether your vote is going to count, unlike here, which is, independently, again, what some people are saying, it is as secure and as gold standard as it gets. So kudos to our democracy.
All right, buddy. Way to rebound. We appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Go out there and have a great day and keep listening to the Penthouse. Spread the nonsense.
I will.
Bye, Riggs.
Bye, Riggs. Again, the kept woman comment was Riggs. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We got Dominic in the house. Week 9, I believe, doing a great job and willing to stay another week. Francis is here.
What is up again?
We'll come back with a trifecta. We'll also come back with This Day in History. Also, the Molly review today on our wardrobe. I got to tell you, it could be the highest ever today.
Uh-oh.
It's high. It's high. Well, black's my favorite color, even though black's not a color. I know you guys are going to tell me that. Ciao. We'll be back.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I'm not saying that I'm some relationship guru. God knows I am not. But one great thing to do in the middle of an argument.
Boop on the nose.
That's it. Stops it every time.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tonight, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
That accident jog road at Linton Boulevard has been cleared. A stalled vehicle southbound on the turnpike beyond Atlantic Avenue has been removed. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and football's back. Watch parties, tailgate parties, people come over to the house to watch the game. Well, Tito's Vodka needs to be your quarterback. From the sidelines to the goal line, Tito's Vodka has you covered. This football season, make sure you have plenty of Tito's, and Tito's is on your roster. Pick up a bottle today and enjoy football season, baby. Go Tito's. And even if your team's losing, you're a winner because you got Tito's handmade vodka on your team. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When an injured worker left me a message that said, "You probably won't call me back. I'm just a nobody," I called him right back. Nobody's a nobody, and no one deserves a better firm than you.
When Morgan said nobody is a nobody, I felt like that. And they took care of me, and now we're doing okay. Thank God that I went to Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Franny. Ready to sell your car without the dealership hassle? GiveMeTheVin.com wants to buy it, whether it's your daily driver, pickup truck, SUV, or even an exotic. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVin.com and you'll get an offer in minutes. Give Me The VIN guarantees to beat a CarMax offer, or they'll send you $100. It's fast, easy, and there's no need to deal with low ballers. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Meet Brian. Brian seems pretty typical. Hardworking, lives modestly, but has gotten a little behind with bills. Except Brian just got $5,000 deposited into his bank account. Yep, $5,000, and it was actually quite easy. I'll tell you how Brian did it in 30 seconds. Brian was in need of cash help. After being rejected by banks, family, and friends, he decided to try 45cash.com. He filled out their questionnaire in minutes right from his phone, listed how much he needed, and even let them know he had bad credit. Almost instantly, 45cash.com found a lender who approved him for $5,000. Brian now has cash to use however he wants. Pay bills, rent, or use it for a vacation. Best part, the money hit Brian's bank account the very next day. And just like that, Brian no longer needed cash help. If you need cash help for any reason, even if you have bad credit like Brian, go to 45cash.com. That's 45cash.com.
The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2024 team will provide insight as results come in. And the Next Day Morning Joe will give you perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election tonight beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hey, it's Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach 7 days a week to beautiful girls at Air with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football. Drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the polls.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're gonna find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Don't forget, you got a chance to win Tortuga tickets on Instagram. Come on, baby. Who doesn't want to go see that? That's a fantastic show. 3 days of entertainment and some pretty ladies on the beach. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
And, of course, Francis is here.
What's going on?
And it's time for This Day in History and a Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the Dallas Cowboys are in a mess. They have a lot of problems, and Prescott's going to be out for a couple weeks. So we'll see what happens if they make any moves today. Today is the NFL trade deadline, and that ends at 4 o'clock today. So this is it. Trades last minute for teams around the league if they want to add to their team or maybe dump some salaries. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of rumors out there. I'm sure as the show gets going on and as the day progresses, there's going to be some big moves made. Are Miami Dolphins, speculation, are they trading Tyreek Hill today? I don't know. College football's rankings came out. Oregon is 1. Not a surprise. Georgia's 2. Ohio State's 3. And the Canes are 4. Right there, knocking on the door. Canes. Canes got Georgia Tech this week, and that game's at 12 o'clock. They're laying 11.5. And there was a game last night in the NFL, rainy night. Mahomes won 30-24, a.k.a. the Chiefs. Kelsey, big game. His girlfriend was there. He had 14 catches. Plus her, that makes 15. He broke the record last night. He tied it in the game, but with her, he broke it. Also, Hopkins, big game for him. He really stepped into his own. He's a star. I've said it from the beginning. When they got him, he's going to be a big factor for him. People didn't think so, but he was playing with Tennessee, and Tennessee sucks. You don't want to play there. But huge game for him. And during the coin toss for overtime was Baker Mayfield and Mahomes. Reminded me of the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won. You can look it up, check it out on social media. Baker Mayfield's face just was like, oh, my God, we're giving Mahomes the ball. And they gave Mahomes the ball, and he did what everybody thought. And Baker, he went right down the field, and they scored. And in the overtime, if you score a touchdown, the game is over. It's a 10-minute period. Both teams get 2 timeouts. But if you score a touchdown, it's lights out. So that's what it was. It was lights out for Tampa. Great game by Tampa last night. Played really good with all their injuries, but not enough. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Now over to Francis for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Alrighty, it is back in the day, November 5th. We're going to go 152 years ago. In 1872, Susan B. Anthony voted illegally in a presidential election.
Really?
She was arrested, went to trial, and was fined $1,000, which is like $2,000 in today's dollars. She did vote for Ulysses S. Grant, who won, and she never paid the fine either. But they say women, of course, weren't legally allowed to vote until
1920, when the 19th Amendment passed. Then we have here, 129 years ago, 1895, George B. Selden of Rochester, New York, received the first U.S. patent for an automobile. He later sold the rights for, back then, a lot of money, $200,000. Then we have 113 years ago, 1911. I hope I'm not destroying this name, but Galbraith Rogers completed the first U.S. coast-to-coast flight in a Wright biplane. It took him 49 days because he crashed repeatedly and kept needing to repair his plane. They said he had a train follow him with spare parts, so when something went wrong, he would just patch it up and just keep flying.
Oh, wow, he was ready and prepared.
Yep. Man, the first crash, I'm like, I'm good.
That's right.
He's like, nope, patch it up. We'll do this.
Same thing like with shark bites. Not going back in.
I'm good. 89 years ago, 1935, the game Monopoly was introduced by the Parker Brothers Company. The first game ever played is actually still going on. We know
Really?
that. And there's so many different ones out there.
Oh, my God. You're so... But everybody loves Monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How am I supposed to take this? First game ever played is still going on? Like, is there a constant game of Monopoly going on? Or was Monopoly board game the first game ever played?
I guess there's a game going on someplace.
Is there still a game of Monopoly going on that's been going on?
Maybe it means every second of every day there's somebody playing Monopoly around the world.
Like, how do I take this? Because that would be weird if it's one game going on for 89 years. 84 years ago, 1940, President Franklin Roosevelt won an unprecedented third term in office. After his fourth term, a constitutional amendment was passed limiting presidents to 2 terms. 69 years ago, 1955, Dr. Emmett Brown invented the flux capacitor after standing on the edge of his toilet to hang a clock, then slipping and hitting his head on the edge of the sink, they said. That's the date. Marty travels back in time, by the way, in the DeLorean to Back to the Future.
Oh, wow.
They say the flux capacitor is what makes time travel possible, obviously. Duh.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. 47 years ago, 1977, George W. Bush married Laura Welch. So 47 wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys. 30 years ago, 1994, Ronald Reagan did disclose he had Alzheimer's disease. 30 years ago, again, 1994 once again. At age 45, George Foreman became boxing's oldest heavyweight champ by knocking out Michael Moore in the 10th round of their...
This is amazing.
Yep. Fight. And let's see. 22 years ago, 2002, Justin Timberlake, if you're a fan, released his debut album, Justified, featuring, of course, Cry Me a River. 21 years ago, 2003, the third and final movie. Wow, God, I can't believe that was the third and final. In the Matrix trilogy was released. It was called The Matrix Revolution. The third movie was 21 years ago, right? Yep. 20 years ago, too. This makes me feel old. The Incredibles was released 2004. Let's see, 18 years ago. Wow, Saddam Hussein, 2006, was sentenced to death for his crimes against humanity. 17 years ago, 2007, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare was released. And then finally here we have, no, I'm going to skip one. That one's really sad. I was going to go there and I was like, yeah, it's really sad. And there you go for this day in history, November 5th.
Thank you, Francis. Great job. Try to keep it always on an upbeat and going in the right
we have
direction.
some deaths, but that one's really, really, really sad.
All right.
Speaking of, though, the Dolphins, it's Odell Beckham Jr.'s birthday today. Did you know that?
No.
It's also Jason. We're going to get into it. It's Jason Kelsey. It's his birthday.
Oh,
37 years old.
Maybe that's what that guy was trying to do. Wish him happy birthday the other day.
Oh, was that it?
Maybe.
Okay.
We have somebody on hold?
We do. We have Manny on hold.
Manny, what's happening?
Hey, Manny.
What is up, Manny?
Not much, just chilling, listening to the greatest radio in America.
I agree.
Yeah, 92.1. Have you heard of it, Greek?
Yes, I have heard of it, and I think it's a very good station.
When I moved back from Chicago, I guess just being used to it, I put a 94.3 and it was reggaeton on.
Oh, yeah, they changed it. Yeah, that's when they changed our frequency.
It's Mia, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just want to say hi. You guys are doing a great job, like always. I'm parked right here at the on the island, like right across the street from it used to be John Lennon's house. It's been under construction for like 3 years.
Okay.
And they got a little parking lot for the workers, the construction workers, like on the other side of ocean, so right on the water. So the parking lot is actually like right on the seawall.
Oh, nice.
And I'm parked right up against the seawall. And man, these waves, they're they're reaching the road. That's how windy it is. And
Wow. Well, be careful, Manny. We don't want anything to happen to you. You're also in a tough area.
Swim.
You know how to swim?
You need to come over here and give me some CPR.
Wow. Let me see how the day goes. That's my first offer.
Just stay out of the ocean, Manny. Just don't go in.
Don't go swimming.
Yeah, just don't go in.
That's my first offer of the day. I had one at 7:30 I passed on too, but we'll see. This might be a little bit better because you're on the island.
Yeah. Hey, you sound like you've been smoking blunts all weekend, Franny.
You know me. You know me. Just getting high all weekend long.
You little pothead, you.
Yeah.
She had to work all weekend.
Tough job.
Yeah, I worked about I don't know. I worked over 30 hours probably.
Nice. I saw the video that you guys posted with this one guy. What's his name? The Greek.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, did post that because we were all shocked that he showed up.
He looked amazing, right? Am I right?
I don't know. Is he right?
I can't say. I mean, who am I to say that I look good? I mean, that would be not really right. You could say, but I mean, you know,
if you think so,
I'm not going to disagree. I went to see Franny, and it made my Sunday special.
That's good. That's good. Well, I just want to say hi. You guys keep up the great job, and I'm a little sore and hungover from Diddy's birthday party last night.
Jesus.
Whose birthday?
Diddy's.
Oh, God. All right. You have a great day, buddy. Be careful on the island.
Bye.
And we don't mean Staten.
And you are correct. Thank you for the text, Matt in Port St. Lucie. There was the Matrix, what is it called? The Resurrection came out. He said not the greatest, but it came out a few years ago. So he said the third one was there.
There was a situation on Saturday with Jason Kelsey with a fan at Penn State, and he said some bad things to him, and he lost his temper, no doubt about it, smashed his phone. It's all over social media.
If you haven't seen it, I posted it yesterday, realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog, if you did not see the situation that went down.
So last night he does Monday Night Football, and he had a little apology, and I know Dominic's got it.
Some stuff on your mind, and I want to give you the floor to say what's on your mind.
Yeah. Listen, I think everybody's seen on social media everything that took place this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy with anything that took place. I'm not proud of it. And, in a heated moment, I chose to greet hate with hate. And I just don't think that that's a productive thing. I really don't. I don't think that, it leads to discourse and it's the right way to go about things. And in that moment, I fell down to a level that I shouldn't have. So I think the bottom line is, I want to live my life. I try to live my life by the golden rule. That's what I've always been taught. I try to treat people with common decency and respect, and I'm going to keep doing that moving forward. Even though I fell short this week, I'm going to do that moving forward and continue to do that. So, I think we got a game to focus on. Obviously, a matchup. I don't think this is the platform to necessarily go into more detail. So let's get ready for this Chiefs game.
Much respect, bro.
Respect.
Real.
Yeah.
All respect, my friend.
Respect.
All right, no doubt. You have more to say. We'll be listening with that. And in the meantime, as you say, we got a game to get to. And
again, that was his apology last night, Monday Night Football. I think it's good that he addressed it. And also, I think it's smart as a four-letter network let him. He's one of their big stars the last 2 years. And he does represent the station in a lot of ways. And for most people, they did believe his reaction. That's what they were saying. He was dressed a little different. It's the first time I saw him in a suit. Mm-hmm. And his hair was cut. He was groomed last night. He's usually very casual, sweatsuit, hanging out, stuff like that. Obviously it takes a man or a woman when you make a mistake to say, hey, I made a mistake. And he's saying that, so you got to give him that. Now, if he has a problem down the road again, then that's not good. But I think he has to realize that, you're not who you once were. 3 years ago, he could walk around the streets and nobody even knew who he was. But not now. He's pretty famous because of his brother and what he's done and the podcast, and he's on TV, and he's got a lot of commercials. So you're going to have people challenge you, come up to you, and you got to do the right thing. My might be a point where he gets security now, so people can't get close to him. It's something I remember hearing him say a while ago where I don't have any security. I just go out, so he might have to think about. I think this is the second time he's had a problem with somebody. Him and his wife had a problem going out to New Jersey in the summer. They had dinner one night, and there was a woman who was really giving him a hard time over an autograph or something like that. So maybe it's time for him to get security and get some people around him so, you can't get near him. But what do you think of his apology?
I thought it was sincere and true. I mean, I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a bad situation, and he met a bad situation with another bad situation,
Yeah.
And he's sorry for it.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's I think his point and what he said, it met hate with hate, and that's not a good thing. And I also think he realizes, or they made him realize, either way, you are a role model now. There are a lot of people who look up to you, watch what you do, how you behave in any situation. Franny, what were your thoughts on this?
I thought it sounded sincere, and I agree, you shouldn't beat hate with hate, but I also do believe that we're all human, and sometimes things get the best of you. It really does. People can get it under your skin, especially if it's something about your family or whatever it is. So I didn't ever look at him differently after watching the video. I looked at the kid as being a punk too. So it was more so the kid than it was him.
What I was surprised about was, and I don't know what went on before, he just snapped really quick. Now, I don't know if he had other problems walking through the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, the guy could have. We only see that video, and there was 2 different videos that did come out. We only see what they're going to show us or what was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the kid was heckling for a while.
Yeah,
I mean, we have no idea, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what was going on, but it seemed quick to me. If there wasn't anything going on, that he snapped that quick. That's what I'm saying. If there was other stuff going on, and again, he's walking through a crowd, people are going to say stuff. I mean, they're going to. Who do we have on hold?
We have Greg Rice.
Greg, what's happening?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, Greg. How are you today?
Yeah, Franny.
What's up, Greg?
Yeah, what do panties and nail polish have in common?
I don't know, Greg. What do they have in common?
Yeah, they both come off with alcohol.
Oh, boy.
On election day, Greg Rice's segment today. Not bad. I mean, maybe I give it a 6.6, maybe a 7. Very apropos. I do rate Molly on First Takes outfit every day. Today I'm giving her a 9.
Ooh.
9.
Special
maybe,
rating.
Yeah, best rating ever. Maybe a 9.1. So we're going to go with a 9 or a 9.1. It's on First Take. It's the only reason I have it on. But yeah, she gets a 9 or a 9.1 today. Really. What did you think of her outfit?
I think, she looks good today.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks very well rested. That's important.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're looking at.
I think she got a lot of sleep last night.
Very well rested.
Very well rested on this election day. 877-927-6969. If you got a comment about Kelsey's situation or his apology, give us a call.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I got a couple texts, 47142, all kinds of things. Let's see, with voting, it says, I walked 3.5 miles to go to early vote last Monday.
Wow.
If I can do, make it on a day off, so can most other people. I don't think election day should be a paid day off of from work. And that's from our girl, Sarah. Then we have here... Maybe I'll do it later. In honor of the Bush's anniversary, you should of course have push in the bush. Play it. Then we have I don't even know if that makes any sense. Let's see. Somebody's like, no tax on tips. No tax on tips. No tax on OT either. Talking about election day. I wonder if his golden rules is hit the other guy first before he hits you. But he didn't hit anybody. He just smashed the phone.
Smashed the phone.
And they say, sounds like he dressed for court. Talking about
Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey. We also have sounds to me like he was sorry he got caught by the camera. Remember, people, there are cameras everywhere. And that's about it. Text line 47142 started off with Real Radio.
Yeah, that's something we all have to remember. And I think a lot of us sometimes forget that on a situation like that. Where, there is always somebody filming, checking you out, watching what you're doing. So you should behave well no matter what. But in his situation, he's really got to be mindful of that. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. 1 hour in the book, 3 more to come. Don't forget on Instagram today, your chance to win tickets for Tortuga. That's going to be an unbelievable event. And you might even get a chance to see Francis. So
it's a great time. Tortuga's always a fantastic show. If you haven't not been, I highly recommend it. And we have a pair of 3-day passes, April 4th through the 6th. Downtown Fort Lauderdale, or should I say right on the beautiful beach. Jelly Roll, Keith Urban, Ludacris, Luke Combs, Shabuzi, The Wailers, just to name a few of those acts. So hit us up on our Instagram. That's at Real Radio 921. You'll see just the Tip Tuesday post. All the instructions are right there in that post. You got to follow them exactly so you'll be in the running. And then tomorrow we'll pick our winner. And the way that we pick our winner is through direct messages on Instagram. We'll send you a message. And when you do, we're going to ask you for information, and you will get those a pair of 3-day passes.
Thank you, Francis. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We'll be back with some Florida stories and so much more. Peace.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around up front. They score! They score! It was Ted Cole.
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers.
That accident, Jog Road at Linton Boulevard, has been cleared. A stalled vehicle southbound of the turnpike beyond Atlantic Avenue has been removed. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season, as we'll be featuring all of the early 1 p.m. games. Great food and drink specials, including $2 Miller Lite drafts during early games and $2.50 Miller Lite drafts the remainder of the day and for all other Sundays during live pro games. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Castaways Gastropub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach.
I'm attorney Trey Lytle. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident or dealing with medical malpractice or nursing home negligence, you need help during this time of need. Our team is ready to fight and take your cases to the courtroom if needed.
At Lytle Writer, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, you won't pay anything until we get your case resolved.
We will walk this journey with you, and we will fight the insurance company to get you the compensation that you and your loved ones deserve. Call us or visit foryourrights.com.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit takelean.com, promo code radio. That's takelean.com, promo code radio.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Get election coverage you need wherever you are with the free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search news and listen on the go. iHeartRadio, always live for events that matter. Open the app and listen now.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the polls.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike's Cigar Lounge.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword check at realradio921.com. That's check. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for always tuning in. Remember, we are the home of the Panthers, and their next game will be Thursday night as they take on Nashville, and they are home. Dominic's in the house.
Yo.
And, of course, Francis is here.
What's going on?
And it's ready for another batch, a fresh patch of Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, well, we have a convicted bank robber named James Keith Johnson, and he was arrested this past Friday for robbing another bank. They said he robbed the Regions Bank in Crestview, Florida, while on parole. This guy, yep. Crestview police say Johnson, wearing a fluorescent vest, don't know if that's a good move.
Yeah.
A face mask and a straw hat. That's a look. Claimed he had a weapon before fleeing the scene. Johnson has a history of bank robberies dating back to 1995, where he served 327 months. It's 27 plus years in prison. Also, just a note, Johnson took on the name Thunder Eagle Ghost Dancer after his 1995 bank robbery conviction. I don't know if he got it legally changed to that or not. He was arrested at his home in Pensacola and now is awaiting extradition to Okaloosa County.
Pretty odd. You don't hear a lot of people, professional bank robbers anymore.
Yeah, you don't. This guy is one. I like how he took on the name Thunder Eagle Ghost Dancer.
He probably gave it to
Maybe
himself.
that's his jail name, yeah, so he seems hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ghost Dancer? That's a hard name.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Ghost Dancer, get over
Thunder
here.
Eagle part is. I don't know what the ghost
Sounds like a
stands
stripper name to me.
for. And then this guy from Lehigh Acres was busted by a vigilante pawn shop owner. So this was actually quite cool, the guy who owns the pawn shop. This is what happened. Travis Taylor of Lehigh Acres stole a Rolex watch from a woman's purse while he was on a cruise in Tampa. So it's a very nice watch, expensive, and he was like, yeah, I'd probably hit the jackpot. So this is maybe where he went wrong. So he went to go sell the watch on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
And this stand-up pawn shop owner, the guy may have gotten away with it if the guy didn't see it. So Carl Hancock owns a place called Mr. Money Pawn and Gun in Tampa. And he was like, this looks like a watch I sold a woman just a year ago or so. So he sees it on Facebook Marketplace. After the watch got stolen, she reached out to him to see if he knew the serial number on the watch, which he did. And actually then, that's when he decided to take matters into his own hands. He found the watch on Facebook, saw it, sent a message to the seller saying he wanted to buy it for $4,000. They set up a meeting at the pawn shop together, and that's when he had undercover detectives standing by from Port Charlotte. They said after the watch was verified by the serial number, it was revealed stolen, and the guy did not leave with cash, but instead, he left with handcuffs on and now is being charged with dealing with stolen property. So very cool of that pawn shop owner to step in, yeah.
And also, that he had all the information, which is big.
Mm-hmm.
And they nailed the guy.
Nailed him. And then, man, this guy just thought he was going to get some sexy time with a random girl, and instead it turned out really scary. So this dude, this happened, where was this? Ormond by the Sea, like 8:34 at night. Alana Cagle is her name, 18, Daytona Beach, and her boyfriend, his name's Wayne Streeter of Ormond, have been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. So the victim said that he met Alana, agreed to go to the beach with her so that she could tie him up on the beach to have sex with him. Little kinky, sexy time on the beach. And he's probably like super excited about this. I mean, this is just random, strange sex. So according to the charge, it says Alana did. I'm guessing an app or something, because she picked him up 6 o'clock. They drove over to the beach. Then they said, the victim said he started kind of getting odd vibes from her. So he said, she
had no rope.
Well, she's tiny. She's only she's a small girl too. So it wasn't like he wasn't really afraid, but things started getting weird, right? So they said that she sat about 5 feet from him, then started tying his legs with a piece of yellow rope. He said he didn't feel comfortable, so he said, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. At that moment, that's when her boyfriend appeared, that Wayne dude. So Wayne appeared. They said the victim began to try to untie his legs, but she jumped on his legs. He fought her off and ran with Wayne still giving chase, tackled the victim to the ground. Then they said that he ended up starting to choke him. The boyfriend, the Wayne guy, started choking the victim until he could hardly breathe. And then it even gets scarier than that. They said that the girl started punching the victim. The victim then said that he observed her with what appeared to be a hatchet.
Oh, God.
As she starts striking him all over. So this was their plan, just to find a random dude and beat him up with a hatchet. Yeah, people are psycho. Yeah. He said he fought for his life, escaped the beating. He ran over to Ocean Boulevard, where he, thank God, found a deputy's patrol car. They say the deputy picked up the victim. They said that they saw him shirtless, bleeding heavily from one leg and other body parts, frantically shouting. They said multiple cuts all over his body. He was transported to the hospital, and they were able to track him down. Both, they said, they were arrested shortly after the incident in a traffic stop because he could describe her car because she picked him up in the Subaru.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, they probably thought they were going to kill him and they were going to get away with it. But crazy. Just a plan to pick up a random dude, take him to the beach,
Yeah.
and kill him. And then finally here,
Be careful out there, people.
we are going to have probably more stories. Hopefully. I hope not. You know what? I hope not. I'm putting it out in the universe. No crazy stories tomorrow
Good.
about Election Day. But this one, a kid who's not even old enough to vote is arrested. So this happened in Stuart, Florida. Stuart police yesterday. They said yesterday, on Saturday, a 17-year-old boy was arrested and charged with battery on a person over the age of 65. They said that police department, it was on site monitoring a rally at the north end of Roosevelt Bridge when they received reports about an incident that happened. The police department said several individuals alerted officers that a woman had been, and the woman was 70 years old, had been struck by a male, and witnesses were able to identify the suspect. The 17-year-old boy was detained, and the police department began its investigation. A witness and the victim told police that the 17-year-old boy punched the 70-year-old woman victim in the face after a separate altercation with an adult man, and it ended up causing her to fall. The police department said the victim declined medical assistance. They say she will be okay, but the reason why, they said, it was just the teenager had opposing views of this woman at the rally.
Oh, terrible.
Punched her in the face.
Keep your hands to yourself and your opinions. Jesus.
And that is your What the Florida.
That's sad. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day so far, doing what you have to do, and respect everybody. How about that today? And be nice. It doesn't cost you anything to be nice. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. I think for most people, I don't want to say all, but I would think most people want to find that right person in their life. Franny has some signs that if you have some of these, you have found your cellmate.
Oh, Dom, this isn't a joke. For years and years, G thought soulmate was cellmate. Like, he thought that was the term, was a cellmate, man. Because you're stuck with them in jail. So that's why we joke. But no, it is a soulmate. And if that is what you're looking for in your life, they do claim that these are the 8 signs you have found your soulmate.
All right, go slow.
I will. Write these down, G-Man.
I'm writing them down.
Why do you think you found him? Her? Did I say him? I meant her. Do you think you found her?
I wish it was a him.
Oh, okay.
I'd be set for life.
They say if you haven't found your soulmate yet, here's what to look for. Someone had relationships with experts. Name the top signs that you found the one.
Okay.
All right. There's a near instant feeling of closeness. This means it doesn't have to be love at first sight, but feeling comfortable right away is a good sign.
Is that on both sides or just yours?
It should be both sides.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be that love at first sight, but just right away, you just feel at ease and comfortable around that person.
So let me ask you, did you?
Feel comfortable around Matt?
Right away.
I did it. I did on our actual date itself, but then on the ride home is when I decided like I wasn't gonna go out with him again.
Okay, so
until
then,
I did, obviously.
But then, so it's a yes.
Yes.
Okay, number 2.
We had good talk, good banter, very good. It was just going on when he took me home that he was blaring his sound system where we couldn't even talk for 15 minutes. I was like,
That's right.
I'm too old for this. You care about their opinion, and they care about yours.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty obvious thing.
Mm-hmm. It means like you generally want to hear their take on things, even if you don't always agree, right?
Yeah.
Number 3 here. These are 8 signs that you may have found your soulmate. You're okay doing things without each other, right? You should want to be around them, but also feel secure enough that you're okay with them doing their own thing. And I am good with that.
Yeah.
You look like you don't agree with that.
I agree with that, but I also think, and I've learned this, the more things you do not as a couple, the more things you're not a couple. So I think it's good to have a separate life, obviously, but I think if it's too much, because that's what happened to me, then it's like you sort of separate.
Well, yeah. So that's what they're saying. You want to be around them, but you're secure enough that if they go out with their friends or do their own thing or a trip with it, then you're okay with that.
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Number 4 here, you can be vulnerable with them. You feel like you can open up, let your guard down, and they would never use it against you.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, because you want to be yourself, and you don't want to be thrown back up to you 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, or you said this or said that. You should be able, the person you're with, to be yourself and, be like, hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is how I really feel. Or these are my inner feelings about a lot of things.
All right. So far, I agree with most of these. Number 5 here, you're okay with being bored together. It's easy to feel like you're clicking when you're doing new things and exciting stuff and vacation, all that stuff. The real test is, do you enjoy each other's company when you're just sitting around, doing laundry, whatever it is?
Yeah, it's important.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Number 6. It's your phone. Number 6, you fight fair. Even the best relationships have conflict. If somebody, and I've had couples, we never fight. I'm like, yeah,
That's a lie.
right.
Everybody fights.
Everybody fights.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. They said, but you fight fair. Even the best relationships have conflict. The key is how you fight. Are you blaming each other and trying to win every argument, or are you fighting but still on the same team?
Mm-hmm. It's important.
Number 7 here, they're affectionate. That includes physical touch or a random compliment out of nowhere. It doesn't always have to be physical touch.
Oh, thank you. Can we come physically touch you?
Are you guys soulmates? That's cute. They say, yeah, right. It doesn't always have to be the physical touch. Random compliments out of nowhere. If that stuff feels like it happens by default, you might have found your person. And then finally here, number 8, 8 signs you may have found your soulmate. You describe your relationship as easy. Have you heard people say long-term relationships are hard work? And they are. But it shouldn't feel like that always, right? If your relationship seems easy in general, then it's a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
So there you go. According to a expert, is what they say, the 8 signs.
I want to go back to one of them. What was number 2 again?
You care about their opinion and they care about yours.
Okay. A lot of times people ask me questions, and I always say to them, do you really want to hear this? But they're asking me the question, and I think it's just banter back and forth, so I will say it to them, like, do you really want to hear this? And, you know, they're always like, yeah, I asked you. But I'm like, I don't know. It's just something I think it's like, you know, just banter that's out there. So I will say to people that if I feel it's fake, which I enjoy. Who do we got on hold?
We got your soulmate, Toot.
Look at that. We put out the bat signal.
What's up, Toot?
Hello, soulmate 3.
What is up, buddy?
All right. How you doing, Dom?
Good. How's it going, Toot?
All right. How you doing, fine head?
Oh, what? Is that me? What'd you call me?
Did you find head?
What Manny called you earlier, fine head.
Pothead? What?
Oh, pothead, he called
him. No, F-I-N-E, fine head.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
I heard him call you pothead.
I did too.
Did he call her fine head?
I don't know. I didn't hear that either. But
I heard pothead.
Yeah.
All right. You know, like beautiful. Hey, beautiful.
Oh, okay. Well, hi.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right, yeah. If it was a compliment, she'll take it.
Yes.
But I heard pothead, but I could be mistaken.
Oh, well, you know what? No, yeah, he was talking about sitting next to the seawall. I was driving around Lake Osborne, and there's like a medium chop in the lake from all this wind going on.
I didn't notice how windy it was this morning, and I guess I didn't spend that much time outside, really. But even my husband, he's doing some work over there on the island too, and he was like, "It's so windy out here." I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't notice whatsoever."
I think we're on a wind advisory for the next couple days.
You know, those windsurfers are kicking it right now.
So be careful if you're out there. Good day to fly a kite.
No, I'm
saying the windsurfers are out there.
From the beach.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from the beach, and I never knew about that. You can be late 2 hours or leave.
No,
that's not true.
I looked it up in Florida. In 28 states, that is accurate. Kentucky, 4 hours. But Florida, that is not accurate.
Yeah, that was debunked.
Oh, okay.
Don't try it.
Yeah, they call they call it the election law or whatever. And 28 states, it is factual, but Florida does not grant time off of work for voting.
What about the New Orleans bacon?
I didn't look that one up because we're not in New Orleans.
Yeah, 3 hours, 3 days.
I didn't look up.
If you get smacked, you call up your boss on a Monday. I'm off the next 3 days. I got drunk. And that's legal, by the way.
Yeah. I think I heard it on this show. There was the one guy who called in and left a message for his boss, and then he woke up a couple hours later. And he's like, "Oh, man, I woke up late." And he goes, "Hey, you already called in. You said you were drunk."
I don't remember that.
It's like, oh.
That's funny.
In that case. All right, then, kids. I love you guys, and just wanted to chime in.
All right, Toot, stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir. You as well.
All right, bro. Peace. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Speaking of cellmates, I was talking to a guy last night. He was telling me a story about when he was in jail. And a big thing was who got the top bunk and who got the lower bunk. And he was, really, it's pretty in-depth and pretty much a very serious conversation when you're in prison. I said, yeah, I had the same problem at the Peninsula. But yeah, it was pretty interesting about that. That's worth a lot. Now, to me, it wouldn't bother me either way. I really wouldn't. I said, I don't know if I would give up something to get the top. Would it bother you, the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
It's a matter of respect. I think if you give it up, you're letting him, have the authority over you.
You think so?
You're his bitch then, basically.
Really? Over a bunk?
Yep.
Man, I don't see it that way. I would
He's
just
in
be
charge.
yeah, really? I'd be like, I'll get on top. I mean, don't worry about it. Get that for later. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't know. Freddie, what do you think? Do you think it's a big deal? Bunk beds, who sleeps on top? You think that's an authority thing?
I mean, with bunk beds?
I don't think so. I don't know.
In jail, we're talking.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
think it's a preference.
It is a preference. To me, I believe it's a preference, too.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind being. I said, did you guys have little ladders? He goes, no, Greek. We didn't have little ladders. I don't know. I didn't think it was a big deal. 877-927-6969. Talking about a lot of things today. As always, you could join in the Penthouse. But Jason Kelsey apologized. If you heard it, let us know your opinion. We played it earlier. But what did you think of the whole situation when he ran into that fan? It sort of lost his cool. But he did apologize, and he said, he had a nice line. He said he met hate with hate. And if you have an opinion on it, let us know. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. We give away turkeys every year, and we're doing it again. It is going to be the days November 26th, 3 p.m., and it's going to be at the Crazy Horse Saloon. November 26th, 3 p.m. at the Crazy Horse Saloon.
Woo! So special.
It's going to be a great event.
What are you bitching about?
This is going to be the first time we do it at the Crazy Horse Saloon, but
Yeah.
that's where we do Greek's Gridiron, and it's going to be a great spot. And we've noticed a lot too. It's a nice centralized area for our listeners.
For everybody.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you become a bitcher over there. I mean, we're so positive.
I just know you need me to put up a tent for you, and then you're going to want this, that.
We're not going to want this or that.
You're going to want
Relax.
dancers. Who knows?
Oh, my God. Calm down there, Peanut Butter Cup. Who do we got on hold?
We have Chris on the phone.
Chris, what is happening? Bail us out on a day where Dominic's bitching.
How you guys doing today?
My God, the guy's bitching every day now. First, it's like a romance. In the beginning, it was all nice. The Cupid arrow, flowers. Now, all of a sudden, another page of the onion. My God. We'll get somebody to get the tent. You don't have to do it, all right? What's up, Chris?
See, what had happened was, Greek, I've been giving Dom love, so he feels like, he's getting a little ballsy with you. Maybe I need to start hating him again.
No. Give him love. I love people to get compliments and love and appreciation. It always makes everybody feel good when you get appreciated.
Okay.
We appreciate you,
Push
Chris.
the envelope.
What'd you say?
I told Dom, don't you be pushing the envelope now.
Nah, he's not. He doesn't come near pushing the envelope. He licks the envelope a little, but he doesn't push it. He's always walking around the halls. Anybody got a letter to mail? We always look at him like, wow, bro. All right, whatever. You got a stamp?
Greek, you're the only person I know that is so random they can make me forget why I called.
That's good. That's what I try to do. I did that with American Express yesterday when they called me.
Oh yeah, the U. I wanted to ask how you felt about the U this weekend, Greek.
It's a tough spot to play. Georgia Tech is a team that's pretty heckle and jekyll. I think it's a lot of points again. 11.5 is a lot. And again, as the season goes on for Miami, they're perfect. And these teams that play them, they get super jacked up because they know one loss, Miami's out. So I think it's going to be a good game. I don't know if they'll cover 12. I'm not saying they can't. I just don't know.
Do you think it's worth? Well, okay. Well, I think I'll just do it because they are the hot hand right now. So I think I'm just going to do it. I just wanted your opinion.
When you look at, Chris, the next couple of weeks, when you look at college, there are a lot of games to bet, like every week. Watch the games that have so much, juice on them, because there's other games where you might be able to get a little bit better of an insight. Because for Miami, also at the end of the games, I think as it goes on, my opinion, I don't think they're going to look to press the gas at the end of the games because they want to get that W to keep it straight. You know what I mean? And get hey, we're 9-0, we're 11-0, we're 10-0. And I don't know how much they're going to be throwing the ball around. And when you're giving 11.5, you got to be winning by like 19 at the end of the game.
I can't argue that point. Just feel like with the number one offense in the country.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
No, they do.
I feel like they're hot right now.
Yeah, they are. Their offense is great, but their defense isn't that good. They let up a lot of points.
No, their defense is holier than holy.
Yep. Chris, we got to run. I just got the word from my boss over there. Dom just gave me the time sign, so we got to run. But keep in touch, and we'll talk more about the Canes this week.
Absolutely. Franny, you suck.
Thanks, Chris.
Aw.
I got some love.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. It is the Greek, Francis, and Dom. We'll be back with a trifecta and so much more.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I'm not saying that I'm some relationship guru. God knows I am not. But one great thing to do in the middle of an argument.
Boop on the nose.
That's it. Stops it every time.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tonight, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
That accident, Jog Road at Linton Boulevard, has been cleared. A stalled vehicle southbound on the turnpike beyond Atlantic Avenue has been removed. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they won't let you miss a minute of the game. Get an expert oil change from their team in about 15 minutes. They're quick but never rushed. Drive into any of their locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health.
Guys, when's the last time you felt 100%? Game Day Men's Health can help with testosterone replacement, ED treatment, and weight loss. Locations across South Florida. Get your personal plan and immediate treatment in 45 minutes. Visit trygameday.com. That's trygameday.com. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health.
Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health.
The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2024 team will provide insight as results come in. And the Next Day Morning Joe will give you perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election tonight beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Nobody likes a nice building code more than your old buddy Mo. But just because something is to code doesn't mean it's good enough. Take wind ratings, for example. Your garage is the single largest opening in your house, with just your garage door holding it back. So, if these winds keep getting stronger and you're just barely code compliant door lets go, that wind comes in the garage, up to the attic, and can literally blow your roof off. Ugh. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Building codes change, but not until enough people have a failure. There's nothing stopping you from building stronger than code, so you're not one of the poor suckers they use to justify why they should change the standards for the next time. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it better than right. They can huff and puff, but they can't blow your house down.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and holidays are right around the corner. And you always got to check a list. Who's on it, who's making it. But one thing you shouldn't have to worry about is your retirement. And Trajan Wealth can help you. Give them a call today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Stop in. Trajan Wealth can help you maybe with your list, but they can definitely help you with your retirement so you can enjoy it when you retire. You worked hard your whole life, and this is your big prize. It's like finding that extra gift behind the tree. Call Trajan Well today at 561-390-1000. That's 561-390-1000. They could also help you with your 401k. See what you have your money in, and maybe they can give you a better opportunity. But call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Trajan Wealth. That's 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered, investment advisor, paid advertisement.
My whole identity had been wrapped up in being a soldier. To have that so violently ripped from me when I was wounded, I was lost for a very long time. When Wounded Warrior Project came into my life, being around the other warriors, people that had similar experiences that I did, it was a game changer for me. Having King join the group, that was the beginning of a really good friendship. It's a good time.
I first heard about Wounded Warrior Project through CQ. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I qualify. But having been a part of it, it's kind of taught me that it's not just the wounds that you can see, but it's those that you can't.
When you do something like a peer support group with Wounded Warrior Project and come together from different walks of life, man, the growth is incredible. If not for Wounded Warrior Project, I really don't think that I'd be here today.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar in Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Black Friday buildup is here at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances, plus save up to $500 when you buy select LG major appliances. Valid 10/24 through 11/5 cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Elf Beauty.
With the NWSL regular season wrapped, Kansas City's Temwa Chawinga has officially won the Golden Boot as the league's top goal scorer in her very first year. Chawinga scored 20 goals in 25 games to become the first African-born player to earn the honor. Orlando's Barbara Banda finished second with 13 goals, while Portland's Soph Smith came in third with 12. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast.
At Elf Beauty, we prove that doing good is good for business. We donate at least 2% of our profits to drive positive change, have granted over $180 million in equity to our employees, and so much more. Visit elfbeauty.com/impact to view our latest impact report and join our mission.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just
every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Don't forget, on our Instagram, you got a big giveaway. Your opportunity to win tickets to Tortuga, which is an unbelievable event that you will love. Great acts on the beach and a great time. Dominic's in the house.
Yo.
And, of course, Francis is there.
What's up?
Don't slack off on saying hi to Franny. I mean, you're getting a little comfortable now. You know, address the stars.
You're allowed to say yo. It's okay.
Hi, Franny.
Well, you notice I don't say hi, G, hey, Dom. I just say my own, like, hey, what's up? You know?
Now he's offended. He's like, you actually don't say hi to me.
I don't.
No, you don't have to. I mean, you've been here long enough.
Oh, okay.
You're a staple.
Got it. So in the beginning, you got to say the names.
It would help, yeah.
Okay.
Well, paying your dues.
Oh, okay.
A little respect.
All right.
But, Dom, you do whatever you want.
Yep.
That's what we like about you.
He's like, I will.
Cares about everything, but really nothing. Time for a trifecta.
Riders up.
NFL, you buying or selling today? Today's the trade deadline at 4 o'clock in the NFL. Rumor is are the Dolphins going to trade Tyreek Hill? We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. But there are a lot of players that'll be moving around and packing their bags today and ended up in different cities by the end of tonight. Kelsey had a huge night, 14 catches. Early in the season, people said Kelsey wasn't the same. He's a little lazy. He's with Taylor Swift. He's all Hollywood. Well, the last 3 weeks, he has shown up. Last night, he tied the record and broke it. He had 14 catches, and he had Taylor Swift in the house, so that makes 15. And the Chiefs won in overtime, 30-24. They did not cover, but when they had the coin toss at the end of the game with Mayfield and Mahomes, Mayfield lost, Baker lost, and man, his face was like, I can't believe I picked the wrong side, because he called the coin toss. And when Mahomes gets the ball, he did in the Super Bowl, he's not giving it back to you. The rules in overtime are if you kick a field goal, it is a 10-minute overtime. The other team gets an opportunity to kick a field goal or score. But if you score a touchdown, it's lights out. And that's what it was. Lights out in Kansas City as the Chiefs ended up winning. And that was it. They are now 8-0. Hats off to the Chiefs. They have done what they've had to do so far for the first 8 games. And Mahomes really hasn't played great. I mean, that is a scary thing for the rest of the league. It's not like he's lighting it up. He's playing okay. Sometimes better than others, but man, he's not playing great yet. And when he starts playing great, and also when the other players get back that are injured, it could be a long season for the rest of the NFL. College football rankings came out. Oregon is 1, Georgia's 2, Ohio State's 3. CANES, Canes are number 4. They are going up the rankings as the weeks pass, and they keep getting W's. So that's off to the Canes. They play this week, 12 o'clock, as they will take on Georgia Tech. And that is your Greeks trifecta, sponsored by Plard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Peace.
So I do want to get into a couple of things, election related, but not political, just to kind of give you a heads up. Let's see. And then we'll get to some text first at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Says Greek, Molly looks like she has her own bed in the Lakers locker room, is what somebody says. I'm getting to crack the first bottle of Crown. Got 5 more on the bar. Okay, good for you. We have when I guess the bunk bed talk, maybe this is what it's about. Because there's something about... Come on, Greek. Everybody knows the bigger guy sleeps on top. So I'm thinking that's a bucket talk. One thing you don't have to worry about with your cellmate is excessive spooning. That's true. Because you each have your own bunk. No excessive spooning necessary. Let's see.
You hope.
Yeah. Breaking news. Jerry Jones said Dakota Prescott is going on injured reserve. I did see that.
Yeah. I talked about it this morning for several weeks.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't know what this has to do. When we first got married, we used to have sex everywhere. Sex in the shower, in the kitchen, sex in the car. Years later, we would have hallway sex. As we pass each other in the hallway, she would say, F you, and I would say, F you too. Sounds like love. Is that your soulmate?
That's how things change. Oh, my God.
That's your soulmate.
That's hilarious. Now in the hallway. I was like, wow, they do it in the hallway. They can't keep their hands off each other.
F you too.
Hey, yeah. Your sister's ass.
So a couple things, just because it is November 5th, Election Day. They have been doing this, if you're not aware, and maybe you're like, man, I really want to go vote, but I can't make it to my polling site, and I don't have a car or a bicycle. It's too much of a walk, whatever it is. Lyft and Uber are doing something really cool. Both of them, they're different companies, but the ride-sharing companies are like, hey, who needs a ride to the polls? You can get a discount courtesy of some rideshare services. Uber has announced that passengers will be able to take 50% off on trips to voting locations by clicking the Go Vote title within the app. Lyft users will also be able to take half off with the ride code VOTE24. They said not only is it rideshare giving you discounts and helping you get to the polls, but Uber Eats is offering discounts on food delivery after 6 o'clock tonight.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Because they probably like, all right, we know you're going to be sitting home glued to your TV, see what's going on. So from 6 o'clock on, they're going to be doing food delivery. And then I also have here some deals and steals, freebies, discounts going on. I was kidding. Deals and steals.
Oh, okay.
These are freebies, discounts that go on Election Day. Lyft, as I mentioned, they had that Hertz. Need to go rent a car. And they said you get 1 day rental
for free.
Including today when you rent a car. But this is the thing.
What?
You got to rent a car for at least 2 days. You get a day free. Mm-hmm.
That's good to plan a vacation like out of state. And then you say to them, hey, I got to rent a car. But you're out of state, so how can you vote? That sucks. Not allowed to vote.
What? Well, you can rent the car, get it for free, and then go out of town for 2 days in your rental car.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Why not? You're saying, let's see. The Uber Eats, I have the specifics here. It says if you need late night food delivery while watching election results tonight, 25% on orders. That's what you're going to save from 6 p.m. local time until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. All right. We have Dave & Buster's. I know they put that new location up north, right? Dave & Buster's want to have some fun while waiting on the results. They have several deals, including $19.99 Eat, Drink, Play combo that comes to, entree, fountain drink, and a $10 game card, and $5 beers all day long.
Frina, let me ask you your opinion. Do you think this is a night where people and Dominic are going to go out and, drink and watch results or stay home?
I think it's more stay home.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, Dom?
I think it's more stay home.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Grubhub. They're doing a few deal specials, discount Starbucks, Wendy's, KFC, and we don't have a Johnny Rockets by us, do we?
Johnny Rockets?
Mm-hmm.
No, not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
I don't either. I think last time I saw Johnny Rockets might have been on a cruise ship. I think so.
It's a hamburger place, or am I mistaken?
Yeah.
There was one in South Beach.
They used to have it in Georgia too, but I think maybe it's Norwegian. I can't remember it, but last Johnny Rockets I saw was actually on a cruise ship. They have Johnny Rockets on those.
I remember in South Beach seeing a Johnny Rockets, but that was a while ago.
Yeah. If you're a business and you got anything going on, any steals or deals or discounts, or like, you know what? Hey, we are having an election party at our bar. If you've got anything you ever want to bring up, 47142. You just have to start it off with Real Radio.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Dom, you have something?
Yeah, I have a talk back from Jeremy the pool guy.
Okay.
Yo, guys, what's going on? You were just talking about Jason Kelsey, and one of those texters sent in that it sounded like he was scared or sad that he got caught. I don't think so, because the guy was filming when he did it, so he wasn't scared of that. What I heard in his voice was sadness, right? Sadness in that he's coming to the grips with the fact that after all those hits he took to the head from the tush push and being the center for the Eagles, he realized like he responds differently than he used to. I don't know if anybody got to see the documentary of his on Amazon Prime, I believe it's on, but he is losing his memory. He knows. He sounded scared in a couple conversations. He can't even remember what he did with his Super Bowl ring.
Wow.
All right? This guy is going to have to deal with a lot of things mentally in the next couple of years of his life. And for him and his family, I wish them all the best. Those hits to his head did a lot to him, and this is what he is now.
Again, I didn't see any of this that Jeremy's speaking about, where he has loss of memory or doesn't remember stuff like that. His ring, his Super Bowl ring, I mean, that's a pretty big thing. You would think you would know where that is from a couple of years ago, but I have not heard any of that. But I'm going to trust Jeremy.
Yeah, I guess there's a documentary. We have 47142. It says here in Nashville, it's free to ride the bus today. Maybe your city transit might have discounts too.
All right.
Possibility. They said, PSA ladies, for Election Day, I'm giving free rides on my...
Who's that from?
You? Says, maybe me and Greek should start a podcast on Sundays in prison. We can call it Bunk Talk. That's from Anthony. So some people want to create the perfect life. I think reaching perfection
It's tough.
It's unattainable. Perfection, you should always strive for it to be better, right? But perfect is really, really tough. But these people are utilizing ChatGPT, which a lot of us utilize for everyday work, whatever it is, but to achieve their dream life. And I had to look into this to see, well, exactly what are you doing? This AI-powered tool, they say, could it help you manifest your dream? Social media, all this stuff, we're looking to whatever to manifest this ideal versions of lives. A lot of stuff you see on social media aren't real, okay? So don't take that and be like, this is what I want, because a lot of it is very, very fake. But people are taking to ChatGPT. They said they're trying to figure out how they are leveraging their capabilities of ChatGPT to visualize and manifest their future goals. So what they do, they input detailed accounts of what their dream lives, what they want them to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they asked ChatGPT to weave the details into somewhat of a comparing narrative. Then they say they read and reread to vividly imagine and bring those dreams into reality. It's almost like, remember that book, The Secret?
Yeah, exactly.
You manifest it to come to life.
You put it out there, it's going to happen.
Yes.
I'm going to hit the lottery.
So manifestation, though not a new concept, has found a new, fresh application in the digital age. Practice has long been seen as a tool to getting one aligned with mental state of having a dream life. But they say this self-improvement practice takes on many, many forms, and we know this. But I said that this was what people are doing. And not only are they doing it to manifest it too, sometimes they have them do it where like they can break it down, like where to hit goals and how to hit these goals and how to do things and make it more attainable for them to do.
You always say a lot of times people who speak on certain situations like this with goals, they say sometimes it's good to set up goals that you can achieve because then it obviously helps you with confidence, and then you go to the next level. Like for me, it's like putting the light on. Last night I had a big goal to fix my microwave, the timer. I didn't achieve it, but I got close. Which was a
I thought it was automatic.
It was, I thought. Then when I looked last night, I'm like, ooh, that's not the same time. I thought the whole time I had the time wrong in my head because I'm like, wow, it changed.
I felt like you on Sunday, and I was on my way to the festival to work in the morning, and I noticed my car didn't change. The last car I did automatically change for me. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Button.
Oh, my God, I'm Greek.
I haven't read my manual. Luckily, my girlfriends, we rode together to work. One of them was like just dabbling around, and she figured it out for me. But I probably would have been like, all right, I gotta YouTube this or look it up, because I was just like, it's a newer car. I thought it was automatically going to change on me. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be sticking around like an hour ahead of time.
All you gotta do is wait 6 months, and then it's right.
That's it.
That's it. You just hang on. That's what I'm gonna do with the microwave. Just let it sit for 6 months.
It's so easy to change a microwave, G-Man. It really is. Yeah.
I was on the phone with one of my buddies last night, and I was playing around with it. And I was talking to him. He goes, "Ooh, Greek, using a microwave. Ooh." I go, No. I said, I just got home from NYY steak. I said, I'm just trying to change the time. I said, I thought it was fixed already, but it's actually not. The microwave and the stove are both wrong. But I'll wait 6 months, and then I'll go, wow, just like that.
Well, didn't somebody just recently change it to the right time? They should have just kept it.
Yeah, you're right. Because
it was only like a month or two that you had it on the right time.
That's right. My friend Nate.
Yeah.
Nate came over, and he fixed it. And I'm like, damn, I should have waited.
Should have waited.
But I'm lucky because in the car, it does it itself. So you don't have to worry about it. Because as soon as somebody gets in your car, they'll always look at you and go, your time's wrong. Or if they come over your house and be like, yeah, is that the right time? Clocks seem like I don't know. Do you see those as much? Do you have a clock in your house, like a big clock?
No. I lie. I do. I actually have two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But the batteries aren't functioning in them. They're just like more of like wall art than they are anything, like very big artistic pieces. And they're functioning clocks. We just
don't have the batteries.
They did.
At one
we
time.
just never changed them, yeah. Thank you. Somebody said, hey, Franny, that previous text was correct, calling Dak Dakota. I didn't know his full name was, it's not. His full name is Rain Dakota Prescott.
Okay.
So thank you for that. And then we have, I would just walk past my girlfriend after work and say, baby, you look good, and walk away. Then I'd hear thank you. That is very sweet, as you should. Like I said when we were talking about soulmates, little things. It's nice, even if it's not a physical touch, but nice little things to hear.
Yep.
Especially when they're unexpected.
That's right. Always appreciate anybody who's in your life.
G-Man, you look good.
Thank you.
Are you guys soulmates again? Is this what's going on? Are we creating a soulmate situation?
Not cell.
Soul.
It's soulmates, not cellmates. I don't want to be a cellmate, to be honest with you.
Heads up, we are going to be doing videos all week long. And I want you not only should follow us on our social media, because this is where we do our Tuesday Instagram post. We call it Just the Tip, which is the Tortuga Music Festival is what we're doing today. Our handle is at Real Radio 921, but we have our tastings event going on.
16th.
And that's going to be here next Saturday.
Oh, my God.
I know. It's such a great time. Local restaurants, breweries. We're going to have wine. We're going to have booze. We're going to have live music. And, of course, your favorite iHeartRadio personalities hanging out. It really is a good time. And this is unlimited samples of food and booze from places like Talkin' Tacos. Yesterday we had Drive Shack, and they did a transfusion liquor or cocktail that they're going to be bringing over there. What else do we have? City Cellar is going to be there. Texas Roadhouse, so many places. If you have not gone yet, it is a fantastic place. Yard House is going to be there if you like Yard House.
Yeah, their food's excellent.
It's going to be a great time. This is at the Tanger Outlets, November 16th. Tickets are on sale still. pbtastings.com. We have VIP opportunity available, which means you're going to get there an hour earlier than everybody else to have this unlimited samples of all of this goodness. But I do say follow us on Instagram, because leading up to it, this is the time where we tease you guys. We post because we have a lot of the restaurants come in and show their goods, what they're going to be bringing there to tastings. So it'll get you really excited about what we have going on. And that is at Real Radio 921. So make sure you follow us on social media. And if you want to get those tickets, that's pbtastings.com.
877-927-6969. That's the number you call. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Dom, you have something?
I just had a caller call up about the Johnny Walkers, saying there used to be one in Palm Beach Gardens.
Well, Rockets, Johnny Rockets.
That's Johnny Rockets.
I was like, "There's Johnny Walker." I was like, "That's a Scotch."
It's a new place.
Yeah, it's a new place.
I'll meet you at the Johnny Walker tonight.
I like it.
There's a special green room. There's a red room. There's a blue room.
Sounds nice.
There's a black room.
So it used to be where?
Downtown Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh, but no longer.
No longer.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, I do remember. I'm trying to think. I remember when it was. Now I know where it was. I do. It was right by the mall.
And Johnny Rockets, I said Norwegian. Johnny Rockets are on, somebody said, Royal Caribbean cruise ships have Johnny Rockets.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you got to get on a cruise today if you want to.
There you go. Well, I'm sure there's other places, but I just know that's the last time I saw one was on a cruise ship. But I'm sure there's locations across our nation.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved with the show. Today's the trade deadline. Do you think the Dolphins are trading Tyreek Hill? It's a name that has been fluctuating around. People talking about it. Even the other day, they said maybe he's going to go back to the Chiefs. I do not think the Chiefs want him back. They don't want to pay him. They don't need him right now. Hopkins, they got in the trade, and he had a great game last night. He's a stud, one of the best receivers in the NFL. I put him in top 10, maybe top 12, maybe there. But he's got great hands. Once he gets on the same page as Mahomes, it's going to be bad news for the rest of the league. And again, the Chiefs just are doing what they need to do. They're 8-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL, and they are going for the first ever in the Super Bowl era for a three-peat, which will be amazing if they can pull that off. And that'll be something, if they do, that I don't think you'll see anybody do for a while.
I think I might put a bet today for them to win the Super Bowl.
You should. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for a long time. I did it last year in February when they won the second one. I did it after the first one, 2 years in a row, and I did it last year when they won again. The odds are probably going to be about 6-1, 5-1. They drop as we speak, obviously, because they keep winning. That's the thing with odds. So, the better they do, your better number might have already passed you. But you see, but it's good to have it now. And you never know what's going to happen. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday, Election Day. Get out there and vote. If you don't vote, you can't bitch. That's just the way it is. Remember,
that's the rule.
Yep. And you're in the greatest country in the world. Don't ever forget that. And you're listening to probably one of the greatest shows ever. Just saying. We'll be back. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some new jerseys, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it. It's yours. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio. Red Zone Revenue is sponsored by Steinger, Green & Finer.
After your car accident, we will put money in your pocket or you don't pay us. Call Steinger, Green & Finer.
Steinger, Green & Finer, 800-561-1111.
Offices, Miami, West Palm Beach.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
That accident jog road at Linton Boulevard has been cleared. A stalled vehicle southbound of the turnpike beyond Atlantic Avenue has been removed. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
The biggest and final store-wide sale of the year is this weekend at International Diamond Center. Get extra savings store-wide. We're talking up to 20% off virtually everything. Or get 36 months, zero-interest financing. It's like double the selection with designers showcasing their entire collections. It's a 3-day multi-million-dollar event. Lowest prices before the holidays. Plus, an entire collection of GIA-certified diamonds has been marked down. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. Only at IDC, US 1 and PSL Boulevard in Port St. Lucie. On approved credit.
At Humana, your health is always our top priority. With personalized plans and dedicated support, we are here to help you live your life to the fullest every day. For a healthier tomorrow, choose Humana. Visit Humana.com to explore all our plan options today.
Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season, as we'll be featuring all of the early 1 p.m. games. Great food and drink specials, including $2 Miller Lite drafts during early games and $2.50 Miller Lite drafts the remainder of the day, and for all other Sundays during live pro games. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Castaways Gastropub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach.
Hey, it's Franny. Have a classic or collectible car you're ready to sell? GiveMeTheVin.com wants it. From muscle cars and hot rods to old square body pickups and resto mods, they'll take it off your hands. One car or a whole collection. Skip the headaches or private sales and low offers. Go to gmtvcc.com and avoid those commission fees and tire kickers. Check them out at gmtvcc.com for your classics and GiveMeTheVin.com for everything else.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach 7 days a week. The beautiful girls are there with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football. Drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Hill. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon, as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the cold.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they won't let you miss a minute of the game. Get an expert oil change from their team in about 15 minutes. They're quick but never rushed. Drive into any of their locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword bank at realradio921.com. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Dominic getting a little rambunctious over there. But how are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you, G?
I'm doing
And hey,
good.
Franny.
Hi, Dom.
Love your T-shirt that you have on.
Does
today,
say, what does it say?
Amendment
Bad?
3.
I know yesterday you said good, so I was wondering if this one said bad on it.
It says Amendment 3.
That would have been great.
Babanya. Again, it's not really going to change your life if it passes or not.
No, I already have my card, so it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Well, Gene wasn't understanding that when he was asking me about it. He wasn't aware that you would not need any kind of card or license to get it. If it does recreationally pass, you just have to be 21 or older to get in.
So here's a question. For the card, do you have to pay a fee for that?
Yes.
Annually?
Yes.
And how much is that?
And you have to go to the doctor, which you have to pay too, and that's something. I think the law is it used to be like 180 days, but it's actually 200 and something days now.
Yeah,
210?
it's like every 7 to 8 months you have to go to the doctor.
Yes.
And how much is that for for the license? I know doctors.
All doctors are different.
Yeah, there's some of them that could be like $99 or something like that. That's like the average.
And then some can be a little bit more expensive.
And what is the actual fee you have to pay the state?
I think it's like $79 a year.
Yeah.
So that's all going away if it passes.
No, that still stays. You can still have your medical card.
Yeah, you can still have your medical marijuana card. Some people may not choose to go in recreationally and buy it, and they still want to keep their card.
Okay, but my question is, why would you if it's free?
The recreational is going to be a lot more expensive.
Oh, it is?
Because the taxes.
Oh, okay.
Medical is tax-free.
Okay, so then there is a benefit still to have a card.
Yep.
Okay, again, I have no knowledge, like I'm sure a lot of people don't, so it is still better to have a card. And also, when you're purchasing anything with marijuana or anything like that, you can't put on. Can you put on a credit card or no?
No.
Yeah, that's the iffy part. There are they have apps that you could use that that you could charge to your bank account.
Okay.
So.
Well, even if you go to a dispensary, medical marijuana dispensary, if you don't have cash on you, like you said, there's ways where they go through a bank account or they'll have ATM machines set up, but they have different kind of payments, but it's not on credit.
Okay. And is there again? I just want to know some of these things. Is there a limit when you buy? Do they put you on a limit?
Yep.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
Okay.
A monthly limit.
Okay, so you can't go in like one. Like
I want all the things.
And there'll be a limit for the recreational too.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't go at 1 o'clock and go back at 5.
Well, that's the thing. When I first started to go to Colorado, they said they had a 7-gram limit a day.
Yeah.
But you could
But
just
is that just according to flour though?
That was everything.
Okay.
So all of your marijuana had to be up to 7 grams, but the thing is, you could just go from one dispensary to the other and you buy another 7 grams.
So because it's not in the system like medical is.
Okay.
Medical is in the system. They know, like my doctor, they know what I purchase and how much I do.
Okay.
Yep.
It's the same as like sports betting. You can go to a casino and bet 10 grand on a game, and then they say after 10 grand we're going to change the line. But all I could do is go to another casino, or I can get somebody to bet for me.
Yep.
Like one time I was in line with some kid, and I said, "Here, you want to earn $200?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Go put this bet in," and he did it. It was no big deal. not breaking any laws. You just put the bet in, and that was it. All right, thanks for that update on Amendment 3 by Dominic and Franny. Thank you, people. It is up for, we'll see what happens tonight, whether it passes or not. People I know are betting on that, too, by the way, whether or not it passes. Just like people are betting on a presidential election for the first time. I got text messages about that. I have 2 girls that I'm friends with that I dated that are constantly sending me things about sports betting, and it kills me. And every night, even like last night, they're like, what do you think of these? And I get a lot of them, and it's a snapshot of their Hard Rock bets. So when somebody asks me about betting a game, it's different because I'll give them an opinion. When somebody shows me a bet, I don't want to say anything because their bet's in. It's a picture of their bet, which you can do on the app. So I'll just be like, looks good. You know what I mean? So last night I said to one, this looks good. And then she goes, I talked to so-and-so, and she showed me a text that you said you liked the other way.
That's great. That's so great.
And I said to her, well, you had your bet in already. Like, I don't want people changing their bet because people will do that. They have done that with me over the years. Like, change it, then they lose it. They lose, and they're like, oh. And that's one thing I recommend anybody. If you like something, I've always said this, bet it, just go with it. Don't listen to somebody else, especially if you're betted already, and change, because that's a bad thing. It happened one time at a track. A good buddy of mine loved the 6, I remember. And this guy came in with a tip that he had the 4, He changed from the 6. He bet the 4, really super big, canceled his bet, and he lost. And just go with your gut. But, yeah, those are text messages I get. Like, what do you think it is? And I think I'm maybe going to see, like, a picture or something that's very appropriate. And I'm not.
What kind of picture are you looking for?
Nice picture. Maybe them like
lingerie, right?
Walking on the beach, catching butterflies,
getting tied up on the beach. Is that what you want?
Oh, don't do that.
No, we don't want that, Dom.
Listen to the next with the Florida.
Yeah.
Bad things.
You're a
happen.
freak show. If you come to my house in a car, I might not get in now. Freddie, we had some fun facts?
It's Freddy's Fun Facts.
All right. Well, you can probably guess what I'm going to do the fun facts about today, but I will let you know. And I was thinking about doing this, but it is an important day. Today is American Football Day.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's about a game.
It is Love Your Red Hair Day. National Redhead Day is what it is considered. Bonfire Nights, of course, we do. Let's see. National Chinese Takeout Day.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. So maybe tonight get yourself some Chinese takeout while you're watching the results on the election.
That's a great night.
Isn't that a great idea?
That's awesome. I'll bring the Tito's.
And of course, it is Election Day, so I have some facts you may or may not know. We know always the first Tuesday in November. U.S. Election Day falls on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, a practice that dates back to 1845. November was chosen because it avoided summer heat and the busy harvest season, while still being before winter weather became extremely harsh. Say originally chosen for farmers, that Tuesday Election Day was picked for accommodations or to accommodate 19th century rural Americans who needed a full day to travel to their polling place. By avoiding Monday, people wouldn't have to travel on Sunday, which was widely observed as a day of rest.
Now, you think the election tonight for a president, do you think the other president should get out tonight, like 12 o'clock? They lose. Get out!
Does it work like that? What?
It doesn't. Obviously, they go in January when they get sworn in. But I'm saying, do you think it'd be better if they were like, get out tonight?
I don't know if that would work out. I don't know if that would work out very well.
No, I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Voting times vary by state. Each state sets its own polling hours on Election Day. In some states, polling stations open as early as 6 a.m., while others, like ours, around 7 or 8. Most polling stations close evening, usually around 7, some 9 p.m.
I was going to volunteer this year to work at a polling site.
Were you?
It was going to be nice. I thought it'd be nice. You know, people get inspiration. They see me and stuff like that.
Oh, what are they to inspired? What's the inspiration, though?
Me.
Yeah, but what are you inspiring them to do?
Get out and vote.
But they are there because you're obviously at the polling site, so aren't they already there to go vote?
Can't solve everything.
All right. Election Day is a national holiday, which we did find out. Unlike many countries, the U.S. doesn't have a federal holiday for Election Day, though some states, Delaware, Hawaii, do observe it as a holiday. They say many Americans have to fit voting into their workday, leading some businesses to provide some paid time off, but it is per business, obviously not federal holiday. Let's see here the different election methods across the U.S. The U.S. has several voting methods, including electronic voting machines, optical scan paper ballots, and traditional hand-counted ballots. Oregon, Colorado, Utah, Washington, and Hawaii conduct all-mail voting. That's interesting. Meaning all registered voters receive ballots by mail.
Oregon. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Might mean they're going to win the championship in college football.
Does it? I'm not going to say go Ducks then. Actually, why did I say that? Take it out of my mouth. Retract my statement. And then a few more here. Women voted in some places before national suffrage. Before the 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920, women in some U.S. territories and states, like Wyoming in 1869, had already gained the right to vote in local and state elections. By the time the amendment passed, women in almost half the states had some form of voting rights. And then here on Election Day, the U.S. Postal Service plays a vital role in securely handling millions of mail-in ballots. They even implement special procedures and monitoring to ensure ballots are prioritized. I know some people are just scared to do the mail-in ballots, not because of the Postal Service, but others.
Yeah.
May go through your stuff. Especially, I bet you, especially if you're one to have certain candidates' signs on your lawn.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore.
I bet you there's probably some people that would go through your mail to see if you have a mail-in ballot and be like, nope.
I did notice this year where I was, again, just my area, I didn't see as many signs as I used to.
I have them in my neighborhood, yeah.
It seemed like they were down, you know. In the past, it seemed like there was a lot more signs, especially for a presidential race. And I think that's the reason why. I think people are worried about people getting mad at who they like and stuff like that. Just seems like there's been less.
Mm-hmm. And now they can, but in 1997, astronaut David Wolf became the first American to cast a ballot from space while aboard this is interesting, the Russian space station. Since then, other astronauts have also voted while in orbit with a very secure system that allows for absentee voting from space. So yes, we have the astronauts that are up there right now. Poor Suni and Butch still up there. Stuck until February, they're saying. They're also like, the ISS looks like it's falling apart. I mean, like, these poor people. They're saying February.
They might miss the Super Bowl.
They're saying, yeah.
It's crazy.
It is absolutely nuts.
I'd be like, you got to get back before the Super Bowl. Come on. I got to see Super Bowl 59.
And finally here, unusual locations for polling locations. Obviously, we know schools, churches, stuff like that. Unconventional places they've had laundromats, firehouses, even a bar or two. In Los Angeles, voting at the Dodger Stadium has become a very popular option.
That's a great place. I mean, you get a lot of people there. Strip clubs, another place you get a lot of people.
And there you go for your Election Day fun facts.
Just trying to hit a lot of people. That's it.
Okay.
So there was a flight attendant who's speaking about a certain thing that she will not do. And if you ask flight attendants to do when you're on a plane, most of them will say no. I never have. When I travel very light. I carry one bag, and there's usually nothing in it. There really isn't. Maybe a pair of slacks and cash. But she said, don't ever ask a flight attendant to put your luggage above them in the luggage bins. It's not their job. And she said most flight attendants don't like to do it. Now that I think about it, I've never seen a flight. I've seen them
I've seen somebody do it.
I've seen them fix them. Like, make them like.
Yeah. But if somebody has issues or somebody's older or whatever, I've seen them help out.
Yeah. She said it's just something they don't like to do. This is this one woman. She has 1 million followers. And she said it's just something we don't like doing, putting your bags up there. That's not our job to put your bags above that. Now, I'm sure if they've seen somebody, maybe somebody who had a hard time, maybe somebody had, a disability with their arm, an older person, male or female, they might have did it. But I think if you're like, 25, 35, you're like, hey, can you put my bag up there? She said they just didn't do that.
I didn't know that.
And I did think about it. And I said, I've seen them fix it and adjust, so they could fit more in. Because people do get really angry about that. That I've seen a lot of arguments on planes where people will be like, because nobody wants to check it in because it takes so freaking long to get it out.
And not just that, but now they really don't like, if there's something that fits under the seat, and I've seen it a lot because they tell you, put it underneath the seat. Don't put it in the overhead bins because they do get full really fast. And I'm sure you've seen it too. If they're full and you're one of the last ones on the plane, they'll tell you to check in your bag, or if you will check in instead of put it up there to make some room, which is actually a good thing to do sometimes if you don't want to carry it around because it's free. when they ask you while you're there. You don't have to pay for it.
The one thing I noticed when I went a couple weeks ago up to Jersey that I didn't in the past was there was a lot of people that were not allowed to bring their bag in the overhead bins because they were too big.
So they didn't clearly measure them.
Yeah, and they were like, no, there was
that.
like 3 or 4, 5 people in line. Nope.
But well, they probably were trying to scam the system and get it in for free too, because that's all you have to do, and then they'll just check it in right there, and you don't have to pay for it.
That's what some girl was saying next to me.
So maybe they were, but I'm surprised while they were going through TSA and had it on there, like they were like, that's too big to. I don't know.
They let it go. There's some where they have those little, you have to put it in the thing and they see if it fits or where weighs. But I noticed the last time I went about 3 weeks ago, there was like 4 or 5 people that were ready to board the plane, and they said, no, you can't get on. You got to, put it under the luggage thing. And I know people don't like to do it because it takes so long to get your luggage.
Well, yeah, so the last flight I was on, they were saying if it fits underneath the seat, put it on the seat. Do not put it in the overhead compartment. And this one woman was giving the flight attendant such a hard time because it was a purse. It was a bag, probably as big as the one I have. Like, it's, it's a decent-sized handbag, but it still fits underneath the seat. But she was just like, this purse is expensive. I don't want it to touch the floor. And I want to be like, you don't even know what's up there in those overhead compartments. What kind of grossness has been in there either. I don't know how often they clean them. But she was giving the flight attendant such a hard time because of her fancy bag. Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah.
Then can't put it on your lap.
So finally, the flight attendant just grabbed it and just like put it in there. But no, you can't put it in your lap either, G-Man.
Well, do you want me
It doesn't
to say?
work like that.
Then get another flight, lady. What do you want me to say?
Fly private.
Yeah. Go with ETA jets.
Yeah. If you have fancy bags like that, why don't you have your own jet?
That's right. Always bitching. You don't want the thing to land on the ground. Get the hell out of here. 877-927-6969. Election day. Should we have off for it? Should you walk into your boss and say, hey, I should be off today? It's election day.
Hey, I should be off today.
I am. Let's make this gin clear. I am not your boss. I am a worker just like you. I have a little keypad that I zip in the morning, zip, and they let me in.
Zip.
I am just a worker, a cog in the wheel, just trying to get by in society. That's it.
And what?
Society. Your Honor. Ask me off here. I'll tell you whatever you want. That's Dominic Glass. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Also, do not ask people who they voted for. That is not polite. If they volunteer, that's on them. But don't ask people that what they vote, who they vote for. It's like if people ask if you're sleeping with somebody. You don't tell them. Somebody asked me that last night about something. I'm like, it's none of your business. I'm not going to tell you that. You're forcing me to lie. Jesus. What people out there? What the hell are we doing out there, Dominic? Come on. This Friday, we'll be at Strike Cigar Lounge. Stop by for Greek's Gridiron. Another session. You guys stop by and try to beat me in 7 games. I did win last week. So there's only 4 people in that grand prize, which is awesome because it is 3 nights at the Hard Rock Hotel. The guitar, you'll love it. Also, you get a gift card, $200 to Council Oak. You get a golf cart from H&A Golf Carts, which is beautiful. You get a box of Vega Fina cigars.
Do you have a picture of the golf cart yet?
No.
Not yet.
And then I saw him again Saturday, and I asked him,
Son
Sanchez.
of a biscuit, man.
Yeah. When I got it, I'll give it to you. And then we have tickets for April 4th for Sebastian. Anyone?
Come on.
Anyone?
You can do it.
8 reindeers. I got to get the reindeers right, too.
It's
Maniscalco.
It's close.
Yeah.
Close.
That's good enough. I got to get the reindeer right this year. It's something I'm working on. So I wrote their names down last night.
Gee, give me one good pronunciation of it, and then I'll get a recording, and I'll just play it every time for you. Then.
I love the way you think there, Kimosabi.
You can just point to me every time you need me to hit it.
There you go.
We will be getting a drop for a Molly's ratings soon. Every day we'll get that sponsor.
And we got to dig up, too, in a couple of weeks. We got to dig up the turkey hotline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to dig that up.
We have the turkey hotline. That's where I tell people how to prepare their turkey and get ready and things you have to do with the butterball.
And I will put a disclaimer on it. Do not do what he tells you to do. It's just more for entertainment purposes only. That's it.
Like everything else in the show.
Entertainment purposes.
That's why we're here. We're here to entertain you. That's it. So Oprah put out her list for 2024. Everything on that list will make serious cash. Kim Kardashian is going to make out again like a bandit.
What, does she have Skims on there?
No, she has her headphones, Beats, and Oprah rated them great. You should definitely get them. Now, her colors are cool. She has like those earth tone colors if you like that. I'm not a big fan of it. but she likes like the browns. The
Kim
tan.
K has Beats now?
Yeah, Kim K has Beats, yeah. So Oprah, she
Beats
made
Studio Pro by Kim Kardashian.
yeah, and Oprah put them on her list, so people are gonna want to go buy them. I'm telling you.
You can find them on Amazon. I like them. I like the neutral colors, but yeah, they look like the Beats Pro I have. They just have Kim Kardashian's name tacked onto them, basically.
But people will buy it over that reason.
Of course they will.
I mean, but Oprah to endorse it, I wonder if she's getting a little kickback.
So she releases this list every year just ahead of the holidays, and this year's edition features 116 items, up from 112 from last year. The highlights, I like this. She does highlight some small businesses too,
which is cool.
Yes, and it includes some affordable options, so not everything's crazy like Gwyneth Paltrow does on her list. So some prices starting at just $12, right? And then going up to $1,800 for a very fancy espresso machine, which $1,800 is about the going rate for a nice espresso machine. Those can be very expensive. And that's one of the most expensive things she has.
On the list.
Yeah, which is
not bad.
For Oprah, considering, you would think it would be a lot more.
Now, how much are the headphones? Those Beats?
They are
$300.
They're $190 now, but originally $350.
Oh wow!
Yes, because you can get them on Amazon. So she comes out with her list, and they send you links of where you can get them. So let's see, Ninja Cream.
Dom, pay attention.
No,
because I hate when you ask me to borrow it.
All these things, and I've heard good things about this. So all of these things, you click on link like this is on Amazon. It is a 11-in-1 ice cream and frozen. What does it say? Ice cream and frozen treat maker for ice cream, sorbet, milkshakes, frozen yogurt, and more.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
How much is that?
That is $218.
I would get it, but I wouldn't know how to use it.
I know.
So that'd be another thing on the top of my counter.
They got eyewear jewelry case, $24. The Beat Studios, as I mentioned, originally $350, now $190.
Ooh, goodbye, Dom.
Peepers Spotlight blue light reading glasses, $29. What are you doing?
Put on my glasses.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. They have Ray-Ban Meta. I want some of these. These smart glasses are so cool. So my girlfriend's son, Rocco, wears them all the time, and they just look like regular Ray-Bans.
And then they make you smarter?
No. Do you want me to get you a pair? They do. Just kidding. And they got stop it. They got little cameras right here, but they're so small. It's not like you look at them and go, oh, there's cameras in your glasses.
You're taking pictures?
So, yeah, they're really cool. Take photos, videos. You just, it's almost get into the world around you. Like it's like a GoPro on your face. But the glasses these ones that they're showing are actually for females. They're very nice, but they have different colors. I had no idea. And so when we work the festivals, he's always bouncing around because my girlfriend hosts a lot of the festivals that we have. And he takes video. This kid is so smart. He's not even 10. And he's so good at doing videos, works really good with electronics. And so he will take video on this thing, and then it's got an app on the phone. And he knows how to cut and edit and create these beautiful videos for the festivals from his point of view.
That's awesome.
But when I saw his, I was like, I want a pair. They're $300. It's not inexpensive.
Now, if you have them on, does it even look like can you tell somebody's taking a video of you or no?
I mean, if you know what they are, the glasses do have at the edge of the outside of the frame, but facing out, there are the actual lenses.
Okay.
But they're small. It's not like they're sticking out. It's almost like looks like a big screw or something.
So it'd be like a little bit like undercover, like CSI.
Listen, there can be some nefarious things that people do with these glasses.
I'm sure.
As everything. But yes, these are actually pretty cool. Ray-Ban makes them. Those are cool.
You're going to have people taking those to the movie theaters.
Oh yeah. 100%. 100%.
Film the movie?
Mm-hmm.
You might even get people doing it for like musical acts and comedians because they don't want nobody, doing that. They always say, leave your cell phones there.
They're taking watches now.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
That's what I heard. Oh, someone just told us that. Somebody called us or something, right? And they said
I think it was for the Kevin Hart show.
Yeah, you're right. They took everything. They took the watches, the phones, because we've heard the phones, but even with the smartwatches, with the Apple Watch and stuff.
But they only took the watches where you can take a video. They didn't take all watches.
No, they're not taking your Rolex if it doesn't have a capability.
Hey, can I get that back, Kevin?
They're not just smartwatches.
That's a scam right there. You'll get this back after the show. Wink, wink.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are thinking that. I'm thinking people on the beach just taking videos of girls in bikinis and going home with it. I'm thinking those kind of people, but they're cool. They're cool if you use it for the right reason. Like I think they would be fun. Yes.
I think what Dom said is going to happen. I think for like you said, movies and like
100%
concerts.
Yep.
And like when somebody like a comedian's up there and they'll be filming it and you won't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's anything good in life. There's always a bad side, and there's always the other side where people are going to take advantage and make money on it too.
Yeah.
Because that's something, if you're not knowledgeable of it as a security person, you wouldn't know. I would just think it was a pair of shades. That's why I said, like, can you really notice it?
Mm-hmm.
That it's got cameras?
I imagine it in a strip club.
Oh, true story.
Yeah, that's not good either.
They're just going to start looking at everybody with glasses on, be like, why are you wearing those shades? It's dark in here.
Yeah.
But there's always those people wearing shades at night.
Yeah,
they wear them indoors.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. That's right. It is a Tuesday. We'll be back with a lot more. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I'm not saying like I'm some relationship guru. God knows I am not. But one great thing to do in the middle of an argument.
Boop on the nose.
That's it. Stops it every time.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tonight, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
It's a windy drive along the Palm Beaches, but we're looking good on the expressways and not seeing any major delays on the Turnpike or 95. We're super slow. Okeechobee Boulevard East, we do have that right lane blocked right in front of the Palm Beach County Convention Center. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2024 team will provide insight as results come in. And the Next Day Morning Joe will give you perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election tonight beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jason Williams. It was a rainy day, and I'd gotten hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over 100 miles an hour is what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Everybody that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was Morgan & Morgan. I was on hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back and said, Jason, we will absolutely take your case. As a non-tech savvy guy, any question that I had, if I called, text, or emailed, they got right back to me. They made it as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good? Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, security edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anna Jar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit TakeLean.com, promo code radio. That's TakeLean.com, promo code radio.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the polls.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they won't let you miss a minute of the game. Get an expert oil change from their team in about 15 minutes. They're quick but never rushed. Drive into any of their locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
The free iHeart app goes everywhere you do because it's always on your phone and ready for whatever you're in the mood for. Even better, when you plug your phone into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the app becomes part of the dash with a seamless way to listen to your favorite radio stations, the latest must-hear podcast, or a custom playlist to get you focused. And with the holidays on the horizon, the app makes the perfect shopping companion while you search for the ultimate parking spot.
There it is!
Try Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
The Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the Crazy Horse Saloon.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning into Real Radio. Don't forget Instagram today. Your opportunity to win tickets to Tortuga. And Franny's going to mention it tomorrow. I'll tell you who the big winner is. Winner, winner, winner. Dominic's in the house.
Hello, Franny.
Hi, Dom. Hey, Dom.
Not offended, not hurt, not appalled. Time for a Greek trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek trifecta.
Franny trifecta.
Oh, you want to change that too? Wow, you're really stepping out on a limb today, huh? Wow. We could change it to Franny's trifecta.
You pushed it a little bit. You're like, you got to acknowledge Franny. Got to acknowledge Franny. So
acknowledge her. Don't kiss her ass. Acknowledge. Okay, there's a fine line.
Rain, no yelling.
Oh God. Love you. Trifecta. You're going to play the intro?
I already did.
You did.
Play it again. There was a football game last night, and the world had the Chiefs. So you got to have big stones, big cojones to go the other way. And a lot of people didn't. Tampa Bay did cover, but the Chiefs stayed undefeated, untied, and untouched. Mahomes won the coin toss just like the Super Bowl. And what happens when you win the coin toss and you're Chiefs? You win. You go down, you score 6. And that's what they ended up doing. They are a perfect 8-0. Great game by Hopkins last night. And Kelsey has 14 catches. And Taylor even went to the game. She had her boots on, very high boots, and she had a big leather coat on with the Chiefs logo in the back as she sat there in the box cheering on her boy. I was a Kelsey fan last night, if you know what I mean, over in his catches. So great job for Kelsey. First couple weeks, people were like, Kelsey's not the same. He's slow. He's got too much stuff going on. Last 2 weeks, he's lit it up, and he's lit it up big time. Today is the trade deadline in the NFL. Will the Dolphins trade Tyreek Hill? I don't think so, but that's something that's just floating out in the atmosphere. Tyreek, the last couple weeks, has been showing some videos of himself on the Chiefs, which I don't think is a great thing. Says the Dolphins paid him so much money, but we'll see. It's 12:37. We still got about 3.5 hours to see if anything big goes down.
Which is funny because not that long ago he was saying that the Dolphins were a better team than the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. They love the Chiefs. He loves the Dolphins.
Yeah.
2 is better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
And then they had, about a month ago, he was like, I had so much fun there, and he was posting videos of the Chiefs. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm not happy about that. I'm really not.
Not at all.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So we'll see what happens. College football, the Miami Hurricanes are right there. They are in the top 4. They are number 4 in the country. They stayed unbeaten and untied as they ended up winning Saturday and beating the Dukies. Ohio State is 3. Georgia Tech is 2.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia, excuse me.
Get it right.
I'm sorry. Heard that before.
Offended.
What'd you say, Wise Ass?
Super offended.
Super offended. And Oregon, the Ducks. Great Halloween costume right away. If I was ever going to be a mascot, I think it'd be the Oregon Duck because the push-ups and everything, I think it's cool. Can't see their face, but.
How many do you think you could do?
Push-ups?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, 40.
All right, good.
Maybe 30.
I mean, he does a lot in his every game.
Well, he does them every time they score.
Yeah.
How many does he
do? It adds up.
Does he do? How many push-ups does he do?
I think he does, like, if I
think it's a total points they have every time they score.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
So it adds up over time.
Yeah. I think it's.
I feel like it'd be hard too in that.
You're sweating your ass
that
off.
That whole little mascot outfit.
Oh yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah.
People have said that's like the worst thing to do.
But I'm just like awkward, just doing it. Like I mean, isn't he based out? Didn't we read he's based after Donald Duck, right?
I believe
the
so.
Oregon Duck. I think that's.
I think.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I know
it looks just like him.
They have 11 uniforms. I know that. They have the most uniforms in college football because of Knight, who is the owner of Nike. He is one of their big contributors to that program. But Oregon is still number 1. Miami plays Georgia Tech on Saturday at 12 o'clock, laying 11.5. That will be one of the games this week on Greek's Gridiron, as we will be broadcasting live at Strike Cigar Lounge. Good place tonight to go watch the results of the election. Go to Strikes. What do we got?
We got Evan on the phone.
Evan, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
Evan.
Evan.
Yeah, when it comes to talk about the election, when they have the transition from one presidency to the other?
Mm-hmm. In January?
Well, in 2001, when George W. Bush beat Al Gore, well, the Democrats were pissed because they thought the election was rigged because, remember the Palm Beach, all the Chad counts and all the ballots?
Yeah.
All that problems down there?
Yeah.
They actually thought that Gore left, or Gore won.
Mm-hmm.
So Clinton's staff, when they were moving out, what they did, they ripped phone cords out of the wall. They left obscene phone messages on answer machine. So if you got an incoming message, it would say something real dirty. George Bush's blah blah. Who knows what they said? But that
very inappropriate.
They also went. Yeah, and they also went to the bathrooms and they destroyed the bathrooms.
Oh wow, terrible.
They and then they damaged computers by gluing the W on the keypads, on the keyboards, because George W. Bush.
Yeah.
So they had to replace all that. Back then, they said the damage was $15,000, which now would be like $27,000.
Yeah, it's
And
terrible.
they got away with it. That
it's not good.
Yeah, and that actually happened. I had no idea. I was reading stuff about it, and I knew that there was a big deal about the election, with Palm Beach and all that stuff. There was because they actually said Al Gore was going to win, like last time with Trump, they thought by the end of the night they said, Trump was leading by 50,000, whatever it was, and then all of a sudden it turned around, and that was the big. Well, what happened after that crap,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a shame they did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very
I
immature.
had no idea that they got away with it, huh?
Very immature.
Oh, exactly, yeah, and they got away with it as well. That's the taxpayers had to pay for that to get that all redone.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, again, I've always said age does not make maturity. So there's people every day who act like a fool or do stupid things, and that's if it is the way you said. I've never heard that, Evan. I don't have any reason to doubt you. That's not cool.
Don't forget, Clinton had the youngest staff ever. Remember, he had remember, they were all young. Remember with Starla Stephanopoulos, that cute little press agent, remember her? And she got DUI, and they fired her after that.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all young.
Yeah.
It was really like a young group at the time.
Yeah, I don't remember his staff nor anybody else's, to be honest with you. I could trip over them if I seen them. I was never into politics in any shape or form. I feel both sides are robbing you.
Sure, I understand. Oh, well, yeah. Well, you pay taxes. You know what it's like.
Yeah, it's life. I mean, it's a great country. I have no complaints, but I don't know anybody's staff. I couldn't tell you that, who was on their political staff.
Understand.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I just know, because we knew that they were all young. But, we're talking about taxes.
You were.
I get aggravated. I get aggravated over stupid things. But there's a commercial, TV commercial and radio commercial, about these people say, well, yeah, the IRS is after me because I didn't pay my taxes for the last 20 years.
Well, you're supposed to pay.
And then they want sympathy. And they want sympathy.
Yeah,
and I don't get that.
It's a lot of things.
I
in
have
the
seen
world.
spots like that, and it is funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in life that I don't understand that people do or say, but they do. Yeah, the IRS is after you because you didn't pay your taxes. Hello? I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like somebody said, oh, my credit card called. They're calling me 8 times a day. You didn't pay the credit card. If you pay your bills, nobody's calling you, bitch. Just to raise your limit, maybe.
Now, Franny, I know you're in the service industry. If the election goes one way, a certain way, would you be excited? Well, I don't know how you're going to vote, but that's not my point here. But if with a tipping, would you benefit on that by not being taxed for tipping or people that work overtime?
Yeah, I would absolutely be benefited off of it.
Yeah.
For especially nowadays too, with a lot of these establishments, man, it used to be take your cash right then and there, and a lot of places now put your credit card tips in your paycheck, which gets taxed. So I know people who work in the restaurant industry and they don't get their tips at all for 2 weeks until their paycheck comes about. So and that's something that's new that's going on, and those get taxed. So yeah, I think a lot of people would be happy about it.
Sure.
I mean, that's common sense. Any time you're going to benefit, of course you're not going to be unhappy about it. It's going to help you.
Well, I understand, but I know not you personally, but do you think that one thing would sway people to vote that way? You know, just because it will help them financially?
Yes, of course.
But both candidates have talked about that, not just one.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Because the ads I see is always about the one. Yeah. Well, everybody just promises everything. That's
of course.
About politics as well.
And that's the thing. There's lots of promises, but do they actually deliver?
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't, unfortunately.
And then, sometimes whatever they promise, they don't do. And then what do? You can't take your vote back. It's done.
No. Well, remember, you probably remember this, Greek, with George H. Bush, when he said, read my lips, no more taxes. And then about 6 months later, he raised all taxes. Remember that?
You know what? Again, don't remember that. I could tell you the Yankee 61 lineup, but I can't tell you that stuff. That stuff never came in my world.
I don't think you can. Yankees 1961 lineup, we've done this before, and you've got it wrong. And let's do it again.
Yogi Berra catching. Correct?
Correct.
Whitey Ford was the ace, but you can go to other pitchers. We'll go with Whitey Ford.
Yeah. The basic nine.
All right. Tommy Trash, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris in the outfield.
Correct.
Shortstop was
Tom Trash and Nelson Howard and Yogi. Yogi and Nelson and Tom Trash did change back and forth, and then and Blanchard did as well. But that's fine. Tom Trash was good as well, so no problem there.
Cleve Boyer was at third.
Yep.
Shortstop was Bobby Richardson.
No, second, but that's fine.
Well, where did Tony Kubek play?
Second. He played shortstop.
Tony Kubek played shortstop?
Shortstop.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
But still, you got the names right. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. You're still right. Now, go ahead.
And first base was Pepitone or Moose, wasn't it?
No, it was just Pepitone because Moose was gone. Because last time you said it was Moose.
Okay.
Last time you said it was Pepitone, but it was Moose Scourin. Pepitone didn't come till 62. That's the one you always get wrong.
All right, well, I got it right this time. In there. So stick it, Evan, on Election Day, baby. Way to be. Way to give me some motivation.
Yeah, and I think the Dolphins are going to keep Terry Reek. There's no way that, what would they get? Nope, because of the contract, they couldn't get. They gave away 2 first-round picks for him. There's no way they can get that back.
I mean, again, it's just rumors that are out there. Today's the trade deadline. Maybe they would get somebody to pick up a lot of his contract. Maybe that's what they're looking for. I don't know. And it could be just speculation. So, I mean, you're going to hear a lot of things on a trade deadline.
Detroit picked up 2 defensive linemen, one from Cleveland and one from, I don't know, but they're both, I don't remember the names, but, they're pretty big names.
It'll help them. Again, Detroit's very good.
They're trying to shore up that line because they lost, the kid from Michigan.
Hutchinson, yep.
Hutchinson. Okay, well, that's sports talk and election talk, so I'll be listening to The Zone if you're on today.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Who else do we have, Dominic?
We have Jorge on the line.
Jorge, how are you today? Good afternoon.
Hey, how's everyone doing there?
We're doing good. It's good to talk to you, Jorge. You're a great American, so we appreciate it on this election day. Actually, we're saluting you as we speak.
There you go. I bet you middle finger salute. Hey,
no middle finger salute. I actually saluted you.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about someone's staff there. You know that Monica Lewinsky was quite familiar with Bill Clinton's staff.
So we heard. Yes. A lot of hearsay came in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get out and vote, Greg?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. That's all.
That's it. It's like a game. You don't know until you find out the results. We'll find them out tonight, maybe.
And I have a feeling we may not find out tonight, but we will see.
Oh, really?
I don't know. There's always something happening, right? Always some kind of drama.
Yeah. Well, I hope not, because I got to get a manicure in the morning. And I don't want people to be distracted.
All right.
Jorge, we love you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to you later there.
You got it, buddy. Domster?
We have Tony on the phone.
Tony, good afternoon, and welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. Tony, how are you, sir?
Good. I just I called just to talk about really quick about the no tax on tips thing.
Okay.
All right. So, everybody thinks it's great, and it is. I bartended for a very long time, and it's nice to take home your tips. The drawback to it that a lot of people don't realize, especially when they're young,
Okay.
your Social Security. I just retired last year, and I bartended for a very long time and didn't claim tips. And except, like you said, whatever was on your check from credit cards and things like that. But, what was left up to me to claim, I did not claim. What ends up happening is when you retire,
you get less
for Social Security. It depends on how much you earned, and since my earnings were low as far as the government is concerned, because I didn't claim any tips, my Social Security is not very high.
Yeah.
Well, and Tony, on top of that, I'm sure you've also realized, and I've always told people, I've always been one to claim my tips. I won't say all of them, but a good chunk of them, because not just that, when you try to buy a house, when you try to buy a car, that whole proof of income really, really helps out.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, penny wise, pound foolish, you think of things later in life. This only affects you, Tony, because you lived long. If you died earlier, it wouldn't even matter.
Good way to look at it.
The thing is, luckily for me, I bought my house back in 1990.
Nice.
And I was able to put a good amount of cash. When you put a nice deposit down,
true,
that's a way around a lot of the checking, the pay, your payroll and all the rest of that stuff. Nowadays, it's very hard to put enough down on a house so that they don't check.
Oh yeah,
you got to come up with $100,000 for a deposit for your house, and then they're still going to check.
Yeah, checks and balances today compared to 1990, night and day. Obviously you know that, so you were able to maneuver more and more.
Right. Well, and I'm just saying, just so that people realize, Franny, this, Greek, this. Nobody really thinks about when they retire, how much they're going to get. When you come to the age that you're going to retire and you look and you're like, oh, crap, I guess I should have claimed more tips so that I had something to collect on.
Yep.
Yeah, it varies.
A lot of people don't know about that.
No, and I think it's also knowledge that you have to have from people who are older, maybe a family member, a brother or sister who could put that in your, in your wheelhouse. Hey, this is certain things. And certain people don't care. Because when you're 20, 30 years old, you're not thinking really about retirement. You're thinking about, the average person, I want the cash now. I worked. I want it. And if I could, I think a lot of people feel like, hey, I'm beating the wheel. Who cares? Who's going to worry about when I'm 62 or 65 years old? I think that's what most people think. But,
Well, that's the thing. That's how I had the cash to put a big deposit down, because I didn't claim that, and it was cash in my pocket. Which is nice. And like you said, I wasn't thinking, people mention that to me. They're like, hey, you should do that, claim more who cares? In the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, when bartending was fun and you made a ton of money, who cared about when you get 30 years from now when you're going to retire?
I think it happens today.
Yeah, you cared about the present. You cared about the money you're bringing in.
Yeah,
the time.
And I was joking when I said about living long, but it is true. You don't know what it is. You could be out there and have the best plan in the world, and God forbid something could happen to you tomorrow. Like Sinatra said, live every day like it's your last, because it may be.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing I just wanted to pass on real quick. If you do the numbers, and most of us who retired at 62 did the numbers, you're better off, even though you get less money, those 5 or 6 years that you go in between while you're waiting to retire on full benefits, you have to live an extra 13 years on average, you have to live an extra 13 years to come out even. Even though you're getting less money, you're getting it for a longer time. And if you do the numbers, it makes more sense to retire early. You could ask almost anybody that retires early, and they'll tell you that because they did the numbers.
You also have to make a certain amount to qualify. You're going to get less. Like if that's a big factor too. So it does for most people, but if you're making good money, it's not going to equal out what you're going to lose to gain your Social Security of maybe $2,500 a month.
Right. Well, and like you just said, Greek, you got to make money. I had a neighbor, they moved, but the guy owned his own business for years. The guy was 3 years older than me, and his wife was telling me, he can't retire. I'm like, what do you mean he can't retire? She said he had his own business, and apparently when he was younger in his own business, he kind of wasn't on the books. And so now he's a year and a half away from having enough earnings or time or whatever it is, because you get points for every year that you work.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have enough points. He needs another year and a half. And the guy was disabled. And he had Parkinson's or something, and now he can't work. And he can't retire either because he doesn't have the points. So, there's benefits to doing the right thing. The cash in your hand is nice, but down the road, it comes back to haunt you.
I mean, like, every situation is different, like I said. But, Tony, I appreciate you listening. Yep. What I do love is that you come on a radio station and you say you haven't claimed all your money. I think that's awesome.
Listen, he's just being true. He's out of the industry now, but there's a lot of people nodding their head going, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
I love that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the good thing was, like I said, you guys don't require a last name or an address or anything else, so the government can try and track me down. I don't think they'll find me.
No, you're good, Tony. Thank you so much. And thanks for listening, bro.
All right, guys.
Peace. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show and anything you want to bring up. Jason Kelsey last night apologized for his actions on Saturday. If you have an opinion about that, let us know. And also let us know, do you think the Dolphins are going to trade Tyreek Hill? That is out there in the rumor mill. So much more coming your way in the last conclusion hour of this show. Ooh, big word. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need. Really? Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's the Greek. Tastings is back. Great samples paired with some best wines around. Tastings Food and Wine event is back Saturday, November 16th at the Tanger Outlets in West Palm Beach. Unlimited samples, fine wine, and live entertainment. PBTastings.com to get advance tickets now for just $35. VIP experience available too. PBTastings.com. That's PBTastings.com. Tastings is presented by FAMU's Mary and driven by Bremen BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Heavier than usual delays along Okeechobee Boulevard East, right near the Convention Center. One right lane blocked between Rosemary and Parker Avenue. Expressways along the Palm Beaches look good. Our drive times are up to speed. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Hey, it's the Greek. When is the last time you felt like you were 100%? Been a minute, right? Well, there's a fix at Game Day Men's Health. From testosterone replacement to ED treatment, even weight loss, Game Day Men's Health has the playbook. With locations throughout South Florida, find yours, trygameday.com. That's trygameday.com. Did I mention there's no waiting for results? With their in-house lab, you get personal plan in just 45 minutes and with immediate treatment available. Trygameday.com. That's trygameday.com. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health. Peace.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Humana, your health is always our top priority. With personalized plans and dedicated support, we are here to help you live your life to the fullest every day. For a healthier tomorrow, choose Humana. Visit Humana.com to explore all our plan options today.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner, so he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Get election coverage you need wherever you are with the free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search news and listen on the go. iHeartRadio, always live for events that matter. Open the app and listen now.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the polls.
This report is sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
From the Anajar Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. They got the chance for the keyword, and that comes at Rover, gives it to you every hour, and this word is money. That is the word for this hour. Try to get that $1,000 and put it in your hand. Maybe you can bet it on Mike Tyson as he fights Jake Paul. Mike Tyson's a huge underdog now. We're going to talk about that.
Really?
Yeah, surprised him.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Hello, Dominic.
Hey there, G-Man.
And, of course, Francis is here.
What's up?
And it is time for some Florida stories.
Florida. Florida. Did you say
Florida. I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right. Well, we will start with a crazy situation where this guy, he thought he was going to be getting it on the beach. He met this girl, I'm assuming, didn't say how, online. That's what I'm going to guess. This is just maybe not a true story. But all he said that she set it up and was like, hey, I'll pick you up. Let's get kinky on the beach. Even saying that she was going to tie him up before they had sex. And he was like, okay.
You guys can tie me up. I'm not going anywhere.
Let's do this thing. So this guy gets all excited. And
she gets his fruit in the loops.
She picks him up in her Subaru. Her name is Alana. Young girl, 18. To have this mindset already, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, this bizarre situation came to authorities' attention. They said on Saturday, Volusia County deputy was flagged down by a frantic man with no shirt on who was yelling at cars. This is Ormond by the beach, trying to get help. They said not only was he yelling at cars in the middle of the road, but he was bleeding heavily from his right leg and other parts of his mody. And when he finally got to talk to people, he said that he had been jumped on the beach by two people, later identified by Wayne Streeter and Alana Cagle. So he told victims that he agreed to go to the beach with Alana, as I mentioned earlier, so she could tie him up and they would have sex together. She picked him up. They drove over to Bicentennial Park, where they walked through an access area to the beach. When they were at the beach, the victim said he started getting kind of odd vibes from her because she was sitting far away, like 5 feet away from him. And then she got a little closer and then started tying, it didn't seem like a sexual thing was about to happen. Then she starts tying his legs together with yellow rope that she brought. He said, still feeling odd. His gut intuition was like, ugh. And so he's like, nope, you know what? I'm good. I don't think I want to do this anymore. At that moment, that's when he said a dude came out of nowhere wearing black clothing, walking towards him and Alana in the dark. He said that he was able to start untying the rope because she just got his legs. That's when Alana jumped on his legs. He's fighting her off. He tried to run away, but the dude, that Wayne guy, ran after him, tackled him, started choking him out.
Ugh.
And then he sees Alana coming after him with a hatchet, walking towards him. So he's like, oh my God, this is it. She starts striking his body all over the place. Like a hatchet. That's aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
That is a scary thing.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
A butter knife's aggressive if you get in the wrong spot.
But I'm just saying, a hatchet coming out, so she's just swinging at him.
Don't be swinging at me, biatch.
Yeah. So after he caught the cop, told everything, he was rushed to a local hospital, suffering from abrasions, cuts all over his knees, legs. They said abdomen everywhere, deep cuts on his upper part of his back. So Streeter told a deputy that he and Alana are boyfriend and girlfriend, and they drove to the beach by themselves. He said that he did start to punch the victim after he observed that he pushed her down, right? He was like, but that's the thing. And the cops were like, well, why were you in the area? Why were they even together? Like, none of this made sense. But he was like, yeah, I went after him after I saw him push my girl. They didn't buy the story, and of course saw how terribly
he's cut up.
Yeah. Harm that guy was. They both were arrested that night, but they were released the next day after posting a $5,000 bond. I don't know if they should be. I feel like their plan was to murder this dude. I really do.
Yeah, it really sounds like it.
Yeah. And now
we talked about it yesterday.
Hey, walking around the streets of Florida.
We
talked their court date.
About yesterday about a lot of the laws that don't make sense, where people get X for one crime and Z for another.
The killer clown woman, 18 months in prison.
She's out.
She killed somebody. She murdered a woman.
And she's out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't get it either.
And a $5,000 bond is nothing.
No, not at all.
You only got to put up 10%.
And then next up in your What the Florida, we have a Florida man that, I guess once a robber, always a robber. And that's what it looks like. This convicted bank robber, James Keith Johnson, arrested for allegedly robbing another bank, Regions Bank, Crestview, Florida, while on parole. Crestview police say that Johnson, wearing what you would think maybe he would want to kind of just not be so bright. They said he was wearing one of those fluorescent vests, a face mask, and a straw hat. Sounds like a good look.
The straw hat did it.
It did. Claimed he had a weapon. Then he fled the scene. Johnson does have a history of bank robberies. They said dating back to 1995, where he did in fact serve over 27 years in prison.
So
Gets
for
out.
95, what the hell's he been? What's
Gets
he been
out on parole. Yeah, they said that. I love how they have to note this. Also, of note, Johnson took on the name Thunder Eagle Ghost Dancer after his 1995 bank robbery conviction. I want to do some research on that. I want to know why after that they gave him that name.
I guess he didn't find any trade in prison.
He was arrested at his home in Pensacola and is awaiting extradition in Okaloosa County. And then finally here, man, we know people are they just get a little froggy around election time. And this was somebody who's not even old enough to vote. This happened in Stuart, Florida, where they were having a couple people, I don't want to say a couple, a few people hanging out. And this was not necessarily an election site. They said that, according to witnesses, they saw this 17-year-old boy punch a woman. And this is after he had already gotten in a separate altercation with a man. But this 17-year-old punched a 70-year-old woman in the face. They said causing her to fall to the ground. She did decline medical assistance. But yeah, you get arrested for that, of course. And they arrested him for battery on a person over the age of 65. Now, this was during a rally at the north end of Roosevelt Bridge. And this was on November 2nd, where several people did witness this and see it. So yeah, just keep your cool. Don't punch people, man. This is just absolutely crazy. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Franny. Again, brutal stories, all of them. The kid punching a woman. Keep your hands to yourself, people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be doing that. And here's something you might not realize. You can't hit somebody if they're over the age of 65 years old. You're going to jail.
Well, you're going to jail if you hit anybody, but that's an extra. That's tagged on like an extra thing over that's 65 or older. It's it's a harsher.
You're hitting a woman
charge.
I mean, that's just bad news. Speaking of hating each other, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are going to be fighting next week.
I know, and you said that Tyson isn't the favorite, huh?
No, Jake Paul was always the favorite, but now it's really increased. Yeah, but he was a small favorite.
Okay.
But now it's almost 2-1.
Really?
So is Mike Tyson worth putting $100 on him and getting $200 back?
I don't know.
What do you think, Dom?
I don't know, because it's an exhibition fight, you never know how it's really going to be judged.
But I don't think it is an exhibition.
Is it going to be a pro?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's sanctioned as a pro fight.
Yeah.
But they did change some things. It's only 2-minute rounds.
Mm-hmm, instead of 3.
Yeah, I think that gives advantage to Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And we said that the gloves are heavier, too.
Yes.
Instead of 12 or 14?
Well, that's more cushion, actually.
Yeah. But it's not everything I read, it wasn't considered an exhibition fight.
Okay.
Now it's a sanctioned fight. So if Tyson loses, it goes on his record at his all-time record, whatever the hell his record is. I don't know what his record is. 37-4, something like that. I can't remember.
I might put some money on Mike.
Yeah, I mean, and at 2-1.
Sounds worth it.
Is that on the Hard Rock app? Have we looked?
It will be, I bet. It might not be yet.
Because, I mean, we're not that far away. We're only a week and a half out,
Yeah,
right?
I would check boxing, obviously, and then look there.
Looking now.
In Vegas, it's up already.
Okay.
In Vegas, it is up, and it was you put up $100 on Tyson, you would win $200. I think that's going to definitely lure some people. But again, you're thinking the old Tyson. That's the whole thing.
Oh, of course. And I know.
You do?
Yep.
Is it there?
Yeah, plus 210. So if you put $100 down,
How did you find it so fast?
He's a pro on the Hard Rock app. If you put $100 down, you'll win 210. But that ain't bad with Mike. It's worth a shot. He's worth $100 at least. Now, if you put down 1,000, Mingada.
Mingada is right.
5,000.
I mean, see, I'll just do my little $20 bets.
Do it. Yeah, Franny, that's $45 to you. That's right. Come on, Mike. Let's go. Yeah, that's. I didn't realize he was going to be that big of a favorite. It does scare me a little when he's that big of a favorite because I think it's a suck-in, going by tradition, things like that. But you never know. I mean, again, people say if Tyson gets him one time, he's going to have problems. But I don't know. Jake Paul's not a small kid. He's not. He's a pretty big boy, and he's even beefed up for this. 2-minute rounds. That's quick. 2 minutes. And they might just spar each other. You know what I mean? You know what? I wouldn't mind betting on a draw.
Mm-hmm.
I would see the odds on a draw because that might be something where they do that. I'm sure you could check on that. That'll be long odds. But Jake Paul, you got to put up almost over 2-1 for him.
Plus 850 for the tie.
Oh, that's a good bet for $100. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on Paul. It's too big of a favorite. And you think with Tyson, I don't think he's going to go out and get embarrassed. When he fought Roy Jones Jr. and they did that whole thing, and that was really an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he could have really got him. But this, I don't know. But supposedly he likes him. I mean, you hear all these things. Like, you know, if I had to fight somebody and I liked the person, I think it would be hard for me to fight him. Now, if you pay me $1 million, things change.
And like you said, Roy Jones Jr. believes Mike Tyson will benefit from these shorter rounds because of this. And even Jake Paul has made comments about it, too, how it's going to benefit him as well. So we shall see. But, yeah, they go toe-to-toe professional showdown in an 8 2-minute round format. Let's see, anything else different? We talked about the gloves.
It's only 8 rounds.
More padded than the standard gloves. Anything else that you've heard that's going to be different in this fight?
Well, 8 rounds. I mean, that's different. That's not usually a regular fight. Usually regular fights are 12 rounds. I mean, so they are giving Tyson a lot of advantages, and it does scare you when you're betting like that because it looks too easy. You're figuring, I got Iron Mike 2-1. Come on, one time. I don't know. I mean, you see the videos. He looks great. 2 minutes is still long to go.
You see the videos, but he's always punching the bag. I haven't seen him punching someone else in a minute.
No.
Does Jake Paul post pictures of him sparring? I don't watch any of his socials.
Yeah, he does
occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's like, to Dom's point, he's just had fights, you know, all the time. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think people will watch it. I don't know how many people will download it or check it out.
Netflix.
Yeah. People are definitely talking about going where they're saying 90,000. I don't see 90,000 for that. But
I mean, if you think about it, just doing the 1 month of Netflix is way cheaper than having to rent it on pay-per-view, and then you just cancel your subscription. Because that's what I was, right? I thought $6.99 is what I said for the basic.
Yeah, because you got to get it for the year.
I don't know if you have to sign. Do you have to sign up for a year? Is that how Netflix works? It's been so long.
I thought Netflix said that you had to sign up for I thought I read that you had to be a member for a year to get the fight. And maybe I'm mistaken.
I didn't know that.
You have to be a member for it? Oh, you have to sign up for a year.
You got to sign up for a year. That's what I read. I could be mistaken. And there is no pay-per-view on this. It's only Netflix. So if you got a Netflix fight, what are wrestling fights now boxing? $40, $50? Sometimes $60?
I know UFC's $99.
Is it really?
Yep.
It's a lot.
And UFC, see, they picked Friday for this fight because UFC has a big event on Saturday in New York.
Yeah, that's big. UFC is $100. But UFC, those fights usually go to distance or no? Would you say men's and men's?
Yeah, there's a lot of
50-50.
knockouts, there's submissions, you know.
And they're not long fights, right? What is the supposed to go? Five
Yeah,
rounds?
there's 5 rounds in 5 minutes. That's the longest. Those are usually that.
The rounds are a minute each?
No, 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. Ooh, man, that's a lot.
I guess one of the, let's see here for the fights, they said one of the undercard fights they'd said had to change. And this just happened. They said 17-0 Canadian puncher knocked out the most valuable promotions prodigy, Ashton Sylvie, the H2O they call him. Did you hear about this?
No.
And so they said that they were supposed to return that this, who is it? It's Paul versus Mike Perry undercard. July was due to return in action against Corey Marksman November 15th. They say that this Marksman is untested. They say he's a boxer from Florida, but he has been replaced by undefeated Italian super lightweight champion Armando Casamonica. So it has changed the undercard. I don't know much about boxing. Sure, people do, or like, oh yeah, that person. I have no idea.
Well,
so they have changed that, but I know we're just really looking forward to their fight.
The Tyson Paul fight. What are your thoughts on it? Are you going to watch it? Would you pay for it? And would you bet Mike? And you can bet the fight on the Hard Rock app.
They say Netflix has over 282.7 million paid subscribers as of the first quarter of 2024. And they're saying with that number expected to increase as this fight creeps up.
We'll see what happens. I mean, again, I think Tyson's worth it. A small bet because it's 2-1. You're doubling your money. And in sports betting, it's rare that you could double your money on a straight bet.
They're saying that the estimated fight purse for the main event, $80 million, split evenly between both men.
Man, I always say people get their ass kicked every night for free. So that's a pretty good night.
We had a caller wondering, how's it a sanctioned fight when it's only 8 rounds then?
I don't know. That's what I read. So what I read, I would say about a month ago, was that it was supposed to be a sanctioned fight. Now, maybe that's changed, and every state is different. Every state has different rules. Las Vegas, Nevada has the different boxing rules than Texas, than New Jersey. So I don't know. You would have to look into it. Doesn't make sense to me when I heard it, but again, it's not going 12 rounds, and it's only 2-minute rounds. That's another thing. So those are two things. The gloves, I can see it fluctuating.
Yeah, it's saying the sanctioned fight was approved by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. And it says, will consist of 8 2-minute rounds, but still considered sanctioned. through Texas.
Yeah. See, every state's different. So that's probably how it's sanctioned. Other states probably wasn't. And I'm sure they checked into all this before they did it, because saying it is sanction, it's that gives a little more oomph to the fight, because then people think it's not fixed. They go, it's sanctioned. Oh, it's going to be real. When you hear like it's an exhibition, you're like, these two are just going to box around.
Which he's had before.
Yeah. He's had Tyson really hasn't had too many of these. Mayweather's had a lot of them. Like Mayweather fought Gotti. He went to Japan, fought that guy. And he just gets paydays after paydays, and people pay him. Mayweather, when he fought, he never really knocked anybody out. It was just box around. He's fantastic, great, unbelievable fighter, undefeated. Can't take that away. But it wasn't like he came out like Thomas Hearns.
You want to see some knockouts.
Yeah, you're not seeing that with Mayweather. It was dink and move. You know what? And he always did enough to get the win. And he was smart. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see that with this. With Tyson. Now, Tyson might come out as soon as the bell rings. And I think what you think with Tyson, and again, I'm going to go by my friends and people I talk to, they think it's going to be old Tyson, like the bell's going to ring when he used to run out and he used to wear those shorts with no socks and just boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you're going to see that. You may,
If he has the hunger still, you may.
Yeah, you may see that. You may see that. You may see the same thing. And then if you start seeing him just, sparring with him, then you're going to know round one, like, man, I just got played. So, but for 2-1, I think he's worth a shot. I mean, at 2-1, yeah. I mean, I've bet horses 85-1. So, I mean, they have long shots too. So you never know what's going to happen. Tyson beating him is more prone to have a rematch than Paul beating him. So that's another factor you got to think of too. Because boxing for years, who's kidding who, it's always had a little shade on it where it's a little bit, is it real? Is it not? I can see Jake Paul saying, I really didn't take it serious. I really wasn't training. He's 58 years old. And now I know he's there, so I can see that. Jake Paul beats him. There's no rematch.
Yep.
There's nothing to see. I mean, so it's done. So if they're looking for 2 paydays and $80 million, that's a ton of money they're getting. Wow, I can't believe they're getting that much. That's a lot. Woo. Man, I can see like 10. I thought maybe, or 20, but 80? Mingada. They better wear a mask because they're robbing them. There's no doubt about it. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. It is Election Day. It is your right to go out there and vote. Make sure you do. And if you don't vote, you can't bitch. Just remember that. Put that in your little helmet. Say, I can't bitch. I didn't vote. Get out there. Do what you got to do. Also, you had a chance to win $1,000. The key word this hour is money. That's right. The key word is money. We are giving away turkeys again thanks to DiMartino Produce. Stepping up again. Thank you so much, you guys. Every year they do it. They call me. Can't thank them enough. And that will be on November 26th at 3 o'clock at the Crazy Horse Saloon, where we are alternate weeks for Greek Gridiron. 3 p.m. that'll start. We'll get over there, myself and Francis and also Dominic. We'll be there, and there'll be turkeys and produce. We'll tell you a million more times, but again, it's pretty simple. We don't ask any questions. If you need a turkey, you show up. If you know a family who needs a turkey, show up. If there's a church or, anywhere that that anything that somebody needs a turkey, you know what? You just show up, and we got 94 turkeys, and obviously we want to give them away. But we don't put you any hoops or anything. You got to sign anything. Just show up, and you get a turkey. And that's it. Yes, Dom?
92 turkeys?
Yeah, why?
You just said 94.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
That's 92.
Yeah, just used to saying that for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. We always came up with the number for the station.
Yes.
So it's 92.1. We're going to have a quarter of a turkey.
Not even a quarter.
Might even have 2 extra.
We're going to have 2 extra legs. Remember, if you're a turkey right now and you're listening to the show, stop eating lunch because you're a skinny turkey. You got a better chance of living. Fat turkeys, you're going bedside. You're definitely going to go. Maybe hit the gym, get up in the morning, start jumping some rope. Nobody wants a skinny turkey. Have you ever been to a turkey farm?
No.
Franny?
No, I have not.
I remember going as a kid. They took us, and it was so depressing. I remember. I was like, wow, this is not a great thing. I still remember coming home and talking to my mom. I'm like, man, that wasn't. She goes, how was the event today? I go, not great. It was out in Jersey.
Great field trip.
That's where you find the big plump turkeys. The real wild turkeys. I know my buddy goes out. He's got a place out in Gainesville. He's got a little hunting lodge, and that's where he goes. And he's got the cameras set up, the hunting cameras for turkeys. And the ones he always showed me, you never see those big old butterballs. They're never as big as what you picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely see something like that. But I do remember as a kid like things. And I came home, I go, it's just not a great situation. I said, I don't know why the hell we even went today.
Turkey pardon. We got a turkey pardon, right? Don't we have that coming up?
Yeah, the president always does it.
Yeah.
And he pardons the turkey or not.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
No, he always pardons the turkey.
Yeah.
One of them, at least. I think the past couple times has been 2, hasn't it? Because that sucks. You bring 2 in front of you, you're like, all right, pardon you, but your dinner.
It's like the gladiator. Who lives, who dies? Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's pretty simple. They just go, yep, you can live. Yeah, you can't say kill the turkey. I mean, that is brutal. I don't think it's good for your political backers either. I don't think they'd be happy with it. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Remember, be patient out there. Be nice to everybody. It is election day. And try to be nice to your neighbor. It doesn't cost anything to be nice ever. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to give you a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I'm not saying like I'm some relationship guru. God knows I am not. But one great thing to do in the middle of an argument.
Boop on the nose.
That's it. Stops it every time.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tonight, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Heavier than usual delays along Okeechobee Boulevard East, right near the Convention Center. One right lane blocked between Rosemary and Parker Avenue. Expressways along the Palm Beaches look good. Our drive times are up to speed. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach 7 days a week to beautiful girls are there with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football. Drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite Pro Football watch party of the season, as we'll be featuring all of the early 1 p.m. games. Great food and drink specials, including $2 Miller Lite drafts during early games and $2.50 Miller Lite drafts the remainder of the day and for all other Sundays during live pro games. Plenty of Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Miami game. Castaways Gastropub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach. The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2024 team will provide insight as results come in. And the Next Day Morning Joe will give you perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election tonight beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Hey, it's Franny. Ready to sell your car without the dealership hassle? GiveMeTheVIN.com wants to buy it, whether it's your daily driver, pickup truck, SUV, or even an exotic. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVIN.com and you'll get an offer in minutes. Give Me the VIN guarantees to beat a CarMax offer, or they'll send you $100. It's fast, easy, and there's no need to deal with lowballers. GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit TakeLean.com, promo code radio. That's TakeLean.com, promo code radio.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations, West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s this afternoon as we are going to get some pockets of sunshine in between some of the showers that we will see on and off through the rest of the day today. Definitely a day you want to pack the umbrella, pack the rain jacket, especially if you're heading out there to the polls.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop early, save big all month long during Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Right now, shop top tools from DeWalt, Craftsman, and Cobalt, now $99, because Lowe's knows deals. Discount taken at time of purchase while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Don't forget, you get 13 chances a day to win $1,000. And November 16th is our big tastings event. That's going to be a great event you're going to want to come to at the outlets. Great food, craft beers, and wine. And you will definitely have a great time. Dominic's in the house.
Yo.
Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for our last trifecta. Yo, hey!
Yo, hey.
Yo, hey!
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, there was a game last night in the NFL, and the Chiefs are still unbeaten. They're 8-0. They didn't cover, but they won 30-24. Really, the game was two different games because at times it looked like the Chiefs were not going to win and cover, and they didn't cover, but they did win. And Mahomes won the coin toss just like he won the Super Bowl. And once you give him the ball to Mahomes in overtime, you know what happens? You end up on the short end of the stick. The best thing of the night was Baker Mayfield losing a coin toss. His face was like, oh, my God, I can't believe I lost. Just like from waking up in the morning with somebody and they go, I'm a pro, you owe me $2,000. It was that same reaction. Almost shocking.
He almost looked like he just got slapped in the face.
He did. His face is just like, how can I lose it? I think it's worse when you pick it and you lose, too.
Oh, he knew right then it was over.
Yeah.
Just no shot. Take the helmet off.
Yeah, now I don't know if I'm on the defense if I get pissed. Because you might be like, wow, you have no confidence in us? Because, again, the Chiefs only scored, 24 points all game. First drive of the game, though, Chiefs should have been up 7-0. And I felt very bad for my friend who had Worthy first touchdown. And it was like 13-1 or something like that. And he was wide open at the 1. He didn't know where he was, and he caught the ball basically out of bounds. There was nobody there. Chiefs ran right down the field, second down, boom. When I saw it release, I go, there's 6. He jumped up in the air. We were at NYY Steak, and then you saw him out, and then they called a touchdown, but then we were like, he's out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And that was a rookie mistake. You got to know where you are on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether you're in the pros or high school, you got to know where you're playing. But yeah, Chiefs did win. They are undefeated. We'll see what happens. There was just a trade. The Jets traded Mike Williams to Pittsburgh Steelers. I just saw that. Not surprised there. The Jets got Adams, and also Rodgers and Williams were not on the same page. So I'm not surprised about that. In college football, the rankings came out. No surprises, really no changes. Oregon's 1. Georgia went to 2. Is 2. I thought they might slip because they had a hard time with Florida, but they had a late surge at the end. 3 is Ohio State, who had a tough game with Penn State, but won on the road. And then 4 is the Canes. Canes, Canes. This week they got Georgia Tech in Georgia Tech. Lane, Levin, and a hooker. That's going to be a lot. It really is.
11 and a what?
Hooker. Half is called a hook.
Kidding.
We add the part just to keep it within the realm of the Greek triangle, if you know what I mean. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Greek's Trifecta is always sponsored by Pollard Coffee and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace. So, Franny, you had some things about grooms and brides just requesting things that are just so crazy. This I don't understand ever. I think you should just be invited to a wedding. Whatever somebody gives you, they give you.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not necessarily talking about gifts with brides and grooms, but people decide to go out there and they have been to weddings and they have witnessed certain things. These are specific wedding guests talking about the most entitled requests that they have seen or heard from brides or grooms. If you have any, 47142, started off with Real Radio. You can always play along with us. And so we have here somebody talking about, they said, my entitled cousin got married to an equally entitled partner. The lavish wedding was close family only. I was strongly encouraged to send a gift by my overbearing aunt. There were lots of impractical items left on their registry, so I bought out the remaining items to complete it 100%. Most were ridiculously expensive containers to turn their pantry into a fancy display. I wasn't surprised when I didn't receive one thank you note.
Oh. That's terrible.
But I was surprised the following Thanksgiving when I was asked what gift I'd sent. When they found out, they acted dismissive and insulting because I hadn't got them the one big ticket item that they asked for.
Boo! They're selfish. They're brutal. Get rid of them. 877-927-6969. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody asked you for something and you were like, what the hell? What are you asking me for?
That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Aaron Rodgers on TV again. Man, he does love the TV. I wonder when he gets done if he's going to possibly get into broadcasting some capacity. We'll see what happens, but anything's possible. I mean, Belichick's doing it now, and he gets a lot of good reviews. And Tom Brady is doing it. And Brady, in the beginning, got beat up a little. People were not liking what Brady was saying, but now they're starting to like him. So I think Brady's doing okay. I don't expect much from anybody doing the broadcasting for these games. I'm there watching the game. I was never somebody who really cared about who was doing it or what was going on. That's it. I'm watching it, and I really don't care. I mean, a lot of people do, but I don't think these guys are worth $35 million, $17 million. I can't see it. Dom, are you one to watch a game or not watch a game because certain people are broadcasting?
Oh, no, I'll just watch. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't understand how this train started with these guys. God bless them. They're making tons of money. But I do not understand where, these TV companies, networks are just writing big checks.
Yep.
Brady's not worth $35 million. I'm sorry.
Well, no.
No way. I mean, he's just not. I don't even see how the hell they do it. And then Fox had layoffs, which was crazy about that. And they're paying him $35 million. And now Brady's even, could do less because he's an owner. So he can't go to the facility. He can't do interviews with guys unless it's off grounds. It's crazy.
I saw something that he was already in trouble a little bit because he was talking about the refs.
Yeah,
in his last broadcast.
He said something about the referees. It was helmet to helmet targeting call, and he thought it wasn't a good call at all. They decided not to go after him on it. I think for him, it's almost like instinct. You see it and you react. I mean, you don't realize unless he has a sticker in front of him that says, you cannot say this. And that's what they're probably going to have to do. But that was the play. It was a play, I think it was Sunday with Detroit and the Packers. And the the safety got nailed and they threw him out of the game. And I know Brady was like, that's ridiculous. He's always been like one like that with two, even before this, like, what is it, touch football? You can't hit, stuff like that. But I mean, I think it's just something that he's going to have to get used to. I don't think the NFL will really go after him, but I can't believe Fox is giving him $35 million. And plus a guy who has no experience. He's never done it before. He's doing okay. I mean, that's it. Tony Romo, another one, $19 million. I just can't see it. Some of these salaries are crazy that they're getting. But I've always said there's a girl tonight probably in Vegas or Miami getting $10,000 for a toss. Somebody's paying it. They're worth it.
There you go.
I mean, there it is. You can call us at 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved. Also, college basketball started last night. So now you got college basketball that you could bet on. You have the NBA. You have hockey. You have football. You got it all. Baseball just ended. But, man, if you didn't think there was enough to bet on, you definitely have a lot. And if you want to bet, make sure you're always betting with the Hard Rock app. Again, you can reach out at 877-927-6969. You could also call us at text us at 877-927. What's the text line?
I believe it's ends of 172.
Yeah, that's the text line. Give us a call. Franny's gone. She'll be back later in the show, or she'll be back tomorrow if you're wondering where Franny is. Chiefs did a celebration last night when they scored. It went back to one of the movies, the Titans. They were all dancing. It was pretty cool that they were doing that. That's when Hopkins scored a touchdown. Did you see it?
Hopkins, he was going off last night.
Oh, yeah, he had a good game. Again, great pickup for the Chiefs. The rich get richer. He wasn't happy where he was. He's in a new place, and he's in a team that's undefeated and Super Bowl champs. So, I mean, he went for Tennessee. Tennessee sucks.
There was a whole drive. It was all him. It was catch after catch after catch to the touchdown catch.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. And then he had that one big catch early in the second quarter in between two guys. Great catch.
Mahomes, I think there's three guys around him right there.
Yeah, Mahomes banged up his ankle a little, but he looks to be okay.
Was it his ankle or his hip? Did they say finally? Because I know last week they were saying that he hurt his ankle, but that to me looked like he couldn't, like, his hip was hurting him.
I thought it was his ankle, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really sure about it. I mean, a couple of years ago he had the bad ankle in the playoffs, and then he had the Super Bowl. What they thought, where he was going to not play and everything like that. And he ended up having that big run at the end of the game for like 30 yards. So we'll see what happens. Today is election day. Get out there and vote. Joe Rogan did endorse Trump. I'm not surprised about that. He had him on the podcast, and he did it late last night. I know Trump was asking him for an endorsement when he was doing it. 14 million people ended up checking out that podcast.
You talking about the Donald Trump one?
Yeah.
I believe it's up over 30 million now. I've seen it.
Oh, is it 30 million?
Yeah, and
Okay.
also he had him on a couple days ago, and then yesterday he posted he had Elon Musk on.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of views for that. I mean,
Oh,
Rogan's
yeah.
the king of podcasts. He's the one. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's nobody bigger than him. But I know he did end up endorsing Trump. Trump was looking for that when he was doing the show, and Rogan didn't want to say anything.
Well, he was still trying to get Kamala to go on the show, so.
Yeah, so he figured, you know what, I'm not going to say that. And you never know. She might have came on and said, well, why are you supporting him? You know, why not support me? If I was running, that's what I would say. I would go on and say, okay, well, tell me why you're supporting him and you're not backing me. I mean, you got a little bit of, an angle to go there. I wouldn't make me stay off the show. She did do Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, supposedly she wanted to do the show with Joe Rogan, but she wanted it on her circumstances. She wanted him to come to her and it to be only like an hour long, and she was trying to control it a little bit.
Well, he's obviously not. He's not going to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way she's going to do it. There's some speculation about Michael Jordan speaking out about his political views. And Jordan was a guy who never got into anything political. His whole
Hey,
career.
Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah, that was his favorite little line that he had. And he was right because he gets that big check for Nike. Jordan handled it very well on and off the field, off the court. Same thing with Jeter. Another one. I think that was very smart. Brady, guys that are huge. Brady, I think Jordan was married and obviously Brady was, but Jeter probably handled it best because he went through his career being single. And, a lot of things could have came out about him and who he was dating and stuff like that. And it never did. It was known in New York that, you didn't report on that. And the reporters loved him and the media loved him. And Jeter just went through it. I think it's easy to protect your, obviously in one aspect, if you're married, you got to watch what you do. But if you're a single guy, they expect you to be out and about. So if you're married, there's a little bit more stuff that they can nail you with and stuff like that. And you got to be careful. In today's times with the cameras and the phones, everybody's watching you. There's more scrutiny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With Jason Kelsey as an example.
Yeah. Well, Kelsey, he did apologize. If you didn't hear at the beginning of the show, maybe you didn't see it, for his actions on Saturday. I thought it was good. The only thing I wasn't, he was totally different. He usually, when he's on Monday Night Football, he's very casual. In a sweatsuit. He was in a suit, which was fine. Had his hair cut. He took it very serious. The Four Letter Network addressed it immediately when they came on, which was smart because I think what would have happened was everybody would have watched it and said, hey, you know what? Is he going to address it or what? I thought his line was good. He goes, I met hate with hate, and that's not a good thing to do. So I think that's a nice message for everybody. But I think on his end, it might be time for him to get some, maybe security, because I think he is going to get challenged. People are going to be out there, and you want the notoriety and you want the big paychecks that goes with it. You can't jump in a pool and not expect to get wet. And he's lucky too that didn't escalate with that kid, because that could have.
Oh yeah, he could have had buddies with him or something. You know.
I mean, he smashed his phone. He could have threw something at him. You don't know what happened. I mean, it was just a broken phone, which obviously you could replace, but it could have went bad. It really could. And I think the next day, he must have got calls from the network and everybody else like, what are you doing, man? You can't do stuff like this. And
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I don't know if Taylor's nothing's going to affect her. But I don't know if his brother might have said something to him. Like, man, you can't act like this. You can't do that. And it's a kid. That's the other thing, too, you got to realize. It's a kid, a student, kid in college. You got to be careful. The kid was wrong. 100% wrong. You can't say stuff like that to anybody. But again, two wrongs don't make a right. The person who's older should make the better decision. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The kid, he was crazy, and he might have been drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he might have definitely been drunk. But, yeah, that wasn't a good act on. Not a good look for him, and he said that. He goes, you know what? I'm not happy about the way things handled. I'm not happy the way I looked, which was good. But as soon as it went on last night, we were out and about, the first thing I noticed, I said, wow, he's dressed tonight, before anything was said. And I was surprised about that.
Dressed for court.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. He was going to court. You're right. That's what he looked like to me. And I was like, wow, he doesn't have a suit on. He's always got a sweatsuit. And he's always very casual.
hoodie, something.
Yeah, he's always casual. Even when he would go to training camp, he wears shorts and those sandal shoes and a T-shirt. So when I saw that last night, I'm like, wow, what the hell is he doing? And then obviously he came out and he made that statement. You guys agree with him or believe him, give us a call at 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. But you said you believed him?
Yeah. I believe he was sincere with every word he said, and he was right. He made a mistake, and he owned up to it.
You guys, what you got to do. I mean, we're not perfect. Last perfect guy died on the cross. We're giving away turkeys again. We'll tell you a million times before the 26th. We're doing at the Crazy Horse Saloon, 3 p.m., and it's sponsored by DiMartino Produce. They'll give us the turkeys and the produce. It's a great thing for any family or any person who needs a turkey. We've been doing this for like 20 years. It's one of the best days of the year for us. Love to give back to the community and help people out, but it's pretty simple. We do not ask you for anything. If you need a turkey or you know somebody needs a turkey, maybe your local church, synagogue, whatever you need, just stop by and say, hey, I need a turkey, and we give it to you. Maybe there's a neighbor who's a little bit up in age and you want to help them. You know what? Do it. Just stop by, and we're going to give it to you. Dom will be there. Francis will be there. Myself. We always got some volunteers who help us, which is very nice. But again, we're doing it at the Crazy Horse Saloon this year. That is 4240 North Lake Boulevard. So just remember that. We will give you all the information about it going forward.
And it's not just a turkey. It comes with a few other things like some vegetables that you could use.
Produce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tons of stuff. Tons of produce in there.
Full meal.
Yep, corn. You get potatoes. You get a lot of different stuff. So DiMartino Produce, can't thank them enough. Every year I say the same thing. They call me. I don't call them. And it's very nice that they do this and they give it back to the community. We'll do 92 turkeys. We always do. And it's a great day for us to be on the radio. It's to give back to the community and to help people. It's very rewarding. I've always been a giver, and I enjoy giving. I'm very happy when I am. Actually, I'm happier when I'm giving than I'm receiving a lot of times because most people don't get me what I want. Franny is back.
Hi, sorry. Had to sneak away for a little bit to do a quick video for social media with one of our restaurants that are going to be at our tastings event. That was Talkin' Tacos, came all the way down from Wellington to
What are tacos talking?
You're going to be happy about it. You are. So G-Man does not venture out. So I will steer you the right way. Dom, you'll be happy. They brought some birria tacos, and I don't know if you know what birria is, but it's like a braised beef, and the consomme, which is the broth that they do the beef in, they do the tacos. You dip it like a French dip. That's a birria taco. And then they have a carne asada taco, which is a steak taco.
Lunch is good.
They
today.
did it. Yeah, they did it. He brought a chicken taco. He brought another one, which it was a steak taco, but it had sweet plantain, so that was very like unique. And then it's a shrimp, almost like a bang bang shrimp. It's got a spicy
but it's
sauce
like a bang
on
bang.
it. And so, 4 or 5 different tacos. He brought churros with dulce de leche sauce. There's a like a vanilla, I think, sauce and a strawberry sauce, too. So, yeah, everything looks fantastic. They're going to be at our tastings event. I am telling you, you got to get there. Samples of restaurants like Talkin' Tacos. And you get your tickets right now, pbtastings.com, if you want to be part of the action. Tanger Outlets, that's happening November 16th.
You know what today is besides Election Day?
What is that?
Taco Tuesday!
Yeah, it is. Perfect. Look, Talkin' Tacos on a Taco Tuesday.
What's the name of the place again?
Talkin' Tacos.
Okay. Talkin' Tacos. That's got to be impressive.
Tacos.
Anything that can talk back has got to be impressive.
They got one location in Wellington, but we were just talking to Ahmad, and he said that they're opening up a bunch of places. I guess there's another, I'm not going to say who it is, but there's another taco shop locally that's no longer. So we're taking over all their spots.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Great job today by everybody. It is Election Day, so remember, go out and vote. And if you don't, you can't bitch. Pretty simple.
So if you want to bitch, vote.
That's right. And you can always use that favorite line. I got screwed. Dom, great job as always. A little rambunctious today, but we like the new Dom. You're coming out. You're filling your oats a little, which is good. We want the full version, so good job.
I get it from you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Franny, always a great job. Thank you for all your help, and it's always nice to see you.
Well, thank you, G, man. That was hard to say. Hi, thanks, G.
It's hard to say thank you to G, man.
No,
it's not like I'm going through puberty.
Yeah.
Thanks, G, man. Thank you, Dom, for everything. And, of course, thank you for listening. Hey, we're still going to weigh $1,000. I know we didn't mention it that much today, but it's still happening. $1,000. Rover has a keyword coming in about 10 minutes. Take the keyword. Enter it, realradio921.com. We call it Red Zone Revenue. Score yourself $1,000.
And be nice out there today at election.
Yes.
Be respectful to everybody. It is your right to vote, but be nice. Just because you don't agree with somebody's choice doesn't mean you should not agree with them.
If you're on my Facebook, read what I posted on there. It really, it says true to how I feel about it. It's one of my buddies posted something today about Election Day, and I was like, no truer words. I'm stealing this. Read it because that's how everybody should feel, even though I know they don't.
You want to tell them what it is?
It's a whole long thing.
Oh,
you want me to read it right now?
Yeah, just rip it up in 2 seconds. Just be nice.
Francis and Pierre. Just follow me on Facebook and you'll find it.
There it is,
Good
people.
luck trying to spell my last name.
Yeah, that's right. Good luck. You guys have a great afternoon. Remember, ciao, 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 ciao. Peace.
This must be why God created YouTube.
Well, this and cat videos. But mainly for the cat videos.
Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Barkov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Barzley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Barkov in front right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.